Let's get nasty on a Thursday. It's the Fast Line on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 202, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. The Blues will take on the Canucks pregame right here on 101 ESPN starting at 6 o'clock. The puck will drop at Enterprise Center at 7 o'clock. You can listen to all of it right here on the Blues Radio Network. Now, yesterday, the Blues recalled Dalibor Dvorsky from Springfield, and he, of course, was one of the topics of conversation today at morning skate when Monty addressed the media. Here's what Monty said about why he's playing Dvorsky with Mojo and Carey.
We want to give the kid a chance to have success. So let's give him a really dynamic offensive winger, and let's give him a winger that checks and really goes hard, like at both ends of the ice, and knows the details of our game. So I think it's a good mix of wingers. And I think Matty Joe also has been doing a lot of good things offensively. So his speed, driving the net, being at the net. I think there's a lot of things to complement our, Devo, who could have, we think is an offensive centerman that can drive a line. So, Jamie.
Yes.
What do you think about Dvorsky being on the same line as Mojo and
Matty Joe?
Or Matty Joe, according to Monty.
Mojo is his
and Jordan Carey.
nickname.
I like Mojo.
Yeah, it's Mojo.
He called him Matty Joe.
Who did?
Monty did.
Monty can call whatever the hell he wants.
He calls
Matty
Joe.
Torpachenko as well. And Chiefs used to call Parenko. So, I don't know. These guys do whatever the hell they want,
Very true.
I'm just saying. It's the head coach. You call me whatever the hell you want. Just play me.
Just call me. And
exactly.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
What do you think about him being on the same line as Mojo and Carey?
I like it in theory, like Monty says. In theory, it works because you've got high-flying winger who's super talented in Jordan Carey, who is playing a much more well-rounded game. We talked about that yesterday. And on the other side, you've got a worker bee. Matthew Joseph, who goes zipping up and down the left wing at high speeds. He gets in on pucks. He's digging pucks out. He's keeping plays alive. Pretty responsible defensively. Not the most gifted player offensively, but maybe you don't need that. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's just a guy who drives straight to the net, causes a little bit of chaos for the other two guys to do some work. I like it. I do. I like the thought behind it. When I first saw it, I thought, why not put him with, Holloway and Carey? Why not do that? You got a guy in Holloway who's struggling a little bit, but, a couple of high-flying wingers that we know last year could do damage together. That was my initial thought. I still would like to see it. I'd rather see that. I think Joseph, Suter, and Sundqvist is a better line. Here I am questioning the coaching staff right now, but...
Well, you're just sharing your opinion.
It's my opinion. I would have had Holloway, Dvorsky, Carey as the second line, Joseph, Suter, Sundqvist as the third line, and then the fourth line staying the same. That would have been my thought.
When he's at his best, so I'm basically asking you to project a little bit here, Jamie.
Oh, boy.
When it comes to Dalibor Dvorsky's player profile,
Okay.
Again, you're projecting, you're talking, you're considering his development at the NHL level when he gets enough reps and he gets enough coaching. What's the player profile for Dalibor Dvorsky?
Who does he remind me of?
No, I don't want to do that because then you get into the comp game and
it's tough.
Yeah.
Sidney Crosby.
What's his basically? That'd be nice.
Mario Lemieux.
So why the hell was he in the minors? No, but what if you're giving a scouting report on Dalibor Dvorsky right now and what he could be? What would your scouting report look like?
I think he's a second line center. I think he's a guy that can put up 65 to 70 points, maybe higher, depending on where he's at developmentally and who his wingers are. I think that would be where I project right now to be the ceiling for a guy like Dalibor Dvorsky. He put up numbers playing in the OHL, put up 88 points in 52 games. It's not easy. That league's one of the best leagues in the world for junior hockey. So the talent is there. Last year in Springfield as a rookie, 45 points in 61 games, 21 goals. Mm-hmm. So he finds the net as well. He's had a handful of games here in St. Louis, two for that matter, 2 games, no points, but I thought he played pretty well. So what does he project to be right now? That's really difficult. There's not even a sample size. There's just what he's done in the past, and what he's done in the past is against lesser, younger players to where he's dominated. But I guess if that's going to be our measuring stick against lesser, younger players, he's very good, which means once he finds his footing here in the NHL, probably a pretty good point producer. I think he's a second-line center. I don't think he's anything higher than that.
So when you evaluate his game tonight, and you have to pick one or the other, are you going to be looking at his 5-on-5 play or what he can bring to the power play?
Well,
because
both. He can't just isolate one.
Well, I said you have to pick one or the other. What are you most excited to see him do? Like his play 5-on-5 or power play time?
Well, obviously, it's more exciting to watch power play because that's where he can really get creative. And in theory, it shouldn't hurt the team, in theory. But I'm excited for all of his game. I just want people to relax, too. Just watch the friggin' kid play hockey and enjoy some of the good things. There's going to be some bumps in the road. He's played 2 NHL games, and now he's being thrust into a spot where a team is struggling. The whole city's buzzing about how bad the Blues are playing. Why is this happening? Why aren't they playing better? And now we're going to put this kid in the lineup, and we're all going to scrutinize him? Like, let's not do that. How about we just, instead of thinking he's the savior, why not just look at him and say, hey, that's the future? Like, that's the future right there. Like, see that pass? That's what I can see happening on a more regular basis, moving forward. See that goal? See that shot? See that defensive play? Instead of, I missed this guy there. This guy was wide open there. Why didn't he shoot? Because that's going to be the tendency right now of Blues fans tonight is to go right to that. He's no better than what's his name.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, I get it. It's what we do as fans. But I also look big picture. And like BK and Farrar talking about, like, I'm paraphrasing here, but just it's a horrible spot to put the kid in. It's a bad spot to put the kid in. And I don't disagree because in theory the team is struggling and it does go against what Army has said in the past. But I think it's a wonderful opportunity for the kid. I do. Because what if he comes in and plays pretty well tonight? Whatever you consider well, the team wins a game. Okay, well, now he's a part of something moving forward here. He's part of something good. Let's see if he can do 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
I look at it that way, and I also look at it from the player's perspective. What an opportunity it is for a young kid to come up and play in the NHL. You're playing with Jordan Cairo.
Yeah.
And Matthew Joseph. No disrespect to Matthew Joseph, but you're playing with Jordan Cairo.
Right.
Who's been leading the team in scoring. He's got 8-game point streak going, which means you're probably going to get an opportunity offensively to contribute.
Here's where I'm at with that. BK and Ferrario, they're right. It's not the
it's not the model that we're used to.
It's not the perfect situation, right? The perfect situation would be like how Robert Thomas came along, where his role kind of kept expanding. He was on a winning team, and eventually he just started to take over for some of the aging veterans like that. That's kind of the linear projection, right? But he's in a situation where he's not asked to do anything that's out of his capability and out of his ability. Would you rather be what Connor Bedard was asked to do? Thrust into a situation where you don't have a lot of help on a bad team and an organization in flux? You're the savior, kid.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
I realize I'm going to the 2 extremes, but I'm with you, Jamie. This is an opportunity for a young kid who has been in the organization, an organization, by the way, that has been very good under Doug Armstrong. Have they won multiple cups? No, but they have won a cup, and they're constantly in contention, or they're not out of contention for very long. This is a good organization. It's not like Sam Darnold going to the Jets, right? He's got a perfect opportunity to come up when the team is struggling, help do his part, give the team a jolt, and if he plays well, who knows? Maybe they keep him up here and they find a good spot for him, and it does wind up being the ideal situation where the team starts turning things around and he has a role.
I think that if I could phrase this one last way, is tomorrow we shouldn't, if things go according to plan, no matter how good or bad Dvorsky plays, tomorrow we should not be talking about Dalibor Dvorsky.
Good point.
Unless he scores a hat trick or something.
That'd be nice.
That's fine.
Would be nice.
So my point is that this is not Wayne Gretzky you're calling up. This is not Mario Lemieux. It's not Nathan McKinnon. It's not. So if this is the focal point of your hockey club's in worse shape than you thought it was. So
Harsh but fair.
It's 100% on the nose. If tomorrow you're talking about Dalibor Dvorsky and he's the only one that did anything positive, what are you getting from all your other guys? Mm-hmm. So tomorrow, I would hope the headlines are Blues win. Holloway, 2 goals, an assist. Carey with a goal. Dvorsky with an assist on Kyrie's goal. What a great game by the Blues.
Yeah.
That's what it should look like. Mm-hmm. Not Dalibor Dvorsky played only 10 minutes, was -1, and we lost 3 faceoffs.
Right.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well,
I mean, not for him, but bad for the team.
So what did everybody else do? You know?
Right.
Yeah, that would be you're right, though. That should not be the focal point.
Shouldn't be.
Just because he's a young kid that fans have typically been excited about. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Again, Blues Canucks tonight. 6 o'clock is the pregame show. Puck will drop at 7. You can listen to it all right here on 101 ESPN and the Blues Radio Network. The Blue Jays are 1 win away from taking down the Dodgers in the World Series. We'll check in with our resident Dodger fan.
Dodgers got him just where they want him.
Kerry Davis.
That's what I just said.
Find out where he's at. He looks calm and comfortable.
Good.
Looks like he's fine.
Man.
But
you can only win 1 game at a time.
That's next on 101 ESPN.
"45 years in the business of outfitting vehicles here in the St. Louis and St. Charles area. Pure Performance is your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications. And look, it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle that you drive. I drive a pickup truck. I've had several things done at Pure Performance. It has been an incredible experience each and every time. My girlfriend drives an SUV, had some things done over at Pure Performance. I have a buddy of mine who just drives a car. He also got accessories at Pure Performance. You see where I'm going here? They can help every single vehicle on the road look better and operate better. Why? Because they have a full-service garage, too. So if you're in there getting, a light kit, maybe new tires, rims, running boards, you can also get your brakes done, transmission checked, all that stuff there, because Pure Performance is great at what they do. So please stop by the facility. It's right in St. Peters off of Highway 70, Cave Springs Boulevard exit. Walk into the 25,000 square foot facility. Ask for Shelby or Paul. Please tell them that Jamie Rivers sent you in. And if you can't get there in person, get there online at pureperformance.com. That's pure, P-U-R, performance.com.
Here he comes after going game 5 with a fastball that's hit in the air to deep left field. Call to the track. It's on the first pitch of game 5. Now Vlad Jr. hooks the ball down the left field line. They go back to back to start game 5. 3 pitches in, 2-0 Toronto. 1-2 to 3. There's a dozen for Trey Savage.
A song I think we can all appreciate as the Blue Jays take down the Dodgers last night in Game 5 of the World
Singing that
Series.
the rest of the day because you can't ever stop singing. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Carey, your thoughts?
That was awful.
Oh,
It was awful.
well, you don't like it,
The
do
song
you?
or the game last night?
You pick, brother. Nah, you know what? The game is the game. You know, you figure it out. You learn from your mistakes, and you bounce back. And I said earlier, I was texting someone on the old text line, got them right where we want them, you know? Might not be ideal, probably not, but got them right where we want them, you know? Blue Jays, confident. They're excited. They're feeling good, you know? And we're going to get some good pitching tomorrow night from a guy who's a man amongst men, who pitches the entire game, doesn't give up a lot of hits. And that's really been the issue, if you want to be honest about it. The bullpen, not been terrible. But the starting pitching, Ohtani, a couple nights ago, 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs. Blake Snell, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 5 earned runs. Like, that's where the bulk of the problems are coming from your starting pitching. And you know, we got a guy, we got a guy tomorrow. Anthony, you know about him.
Who?
Yamamoto. He's going to...
Oh, just wait.
Shut this thing down.
We took care of Ohtani last night. Yamamoto's next.
Nah, he's fine.
How about this kid, Savage?
That was nice.
Unbelievable.
His story's incredible. It's incredible. You going to read it off?
If you no, go ahead. I feel like this is your Jamie. This is your moment. It's your Blue Jays. It's Mama Rivers Blue Jays. No, so go ahead.
By the way,
for those that don't know about his story,
I had a video chat with Mama Rivers after the game last night.
had me excited.
She was excited.
Good.
She was so excited she couldn't figure out that the camera wasn't on her face. It was on just at the top of her
That's all
hairline.
right. Yeah.
I think Mama Rivers had a couple of vinos in her.
Good for her.
As she should, quite honestly. No, this Savage kid is. It was drafted same year as J.J. Weatherholt. Same draft, first round, I believe, 20th overall, and started an A-ball. AA, AAA. He came up, and they're like, who the hell is this kid? Like, hey, I think he made like $88,000 this year, like as a salary. He's dropping split-finger fastballs like he owns the league. He's got Shohei Ohtani swinging so poorly, his helmet fell off.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Like, I'm watching this kid, and I saw, for game 1, when he started the World Series, I was like, what the hell? Who's this? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Now, I know he had a couple good games, a really good game against the Yankees as well. But I'm like, it's so World Series now. Like,
Right. You got other veterans on the
Cinderella's
team.
slipper might fall off here at some point.
Sure.
And they go to the kid, and I guess, like, they talk to Bieber and some of the other guys that are on the staff. They're like, we don't get this kid. And he walks in here and treats it like he's pitching in front of 15 people.
Right.
No big deal. Just give me the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the Dodgers fans, he was warming up in the bullpen last night, and they were just giving it to him, like, nonstop. And it apparently turned to the pitching coach, man, I love this game. Like, what?
He's just got ice in his veins.
That's awesome.
What kind of a psycho, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, Max Scherzer was talking about him, too, saying that just loves the kid's attitude of, like, doesn't give a bleep about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me the damn ball. And look what he's doing. He's setting records. I sent you guys that thing. He's the first player ever. I forget what the hell it said now. It was really good, though.
While you're pulling that up, so here's the rise of Trey Yusevich. So in the minor leagues, 2025, this past season, went through multiple levels. Single A, high A, double A, triple A, all in one season. Combined minor league numbers, 5-1 record, 3.12 ERA in 25 games, 22 starts, and 160 strikeouts in 98 innings. Made his major league debut on September 15th. So he zoomed through the minors, called up on September 15th. In his debut, he struck out 9 batters and set a franchise debut record for the Blue Jays. Regular season at 3 starts, 14 innings of work, 16 Ks, 3.21 ERA, and a 1.43 WHIP. In the ALDS versus the Yankees, he started and threw 5 1/3 no-hit innings with 11 Ks, 1 walk. He set a Blue Jays franchise record for strikeouts in a playoff game. In the World Series thus far against the Dodgers, became the second youngest pitcher to start Game 1 of the World Series at age 22 years and 88 days. Continues to make history. You have found like the kryptonite to one of the best offenses in Major League Baseball.
Here, I found it. Let me read it off real quick.
Please do.
There have been 2 games in Major League Baseball postseason history where a pitcher has struck out 10-plus total batters, struck out 5-plus consecutive batters, struck out 50% of batters faced, allowed fewer than 5 base runners earned the win. Both of those games were pitched by this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he listen.
What is he doing here?
The last 2 games, we talked a lot about pitching. That's what you mention it all the time. We thought it would be heavy on the bullpens, right? We thought that the bullpens would be the determining factor for who would win these games, and it surprisingly it's been the starters. It's been Shane Bieber going 5 1/3 and only allowing 4 hits, 1 earned run. And last night, Yusevich going 7 innings and striking out 12 and only giving up 3 hits. Like, that's where it has shifted. And then you got, conversely, Ohtani and Snell giving up too many hits and too many earned runs. Like, it's the starting pitching in these last 2 games. And so you tip your cap to what the Blue Jays have done. I mentioned it yesterday. Coming off of an 18-inning loss, you come back and your starting pitching performs in that manner. You deserved those wins. If you can get it, I think Mookie, Ohtani, and Freeman were 0 for last night. Like, if you can do that, you're probably going to win. Like, I mean, we don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about the Blues and the best players not performing well enough. You're losing games. Like, if your best players, I don't give a damn. Like, Kiki Hernandez, I think he's Reggie Jackson light, right? He's
postseason guy.
Postseason. But he ain't Shohei Ohtani, and he ain't Mookie Betts, and he ain't Freddie Freeman. And if your guys don't hit the ball, get on base, create runs, you're not going to win. And the Blue Jays did a fantastic job of shutting down the best players for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
If you can do that, tip your cap to them, and you say congratulations. I don't think they can do it 2 more times in that manner. I don't think all 3 of those guys are going to go over the next 2 games, and the Dodgers – well, next game, if they do, they might lose again, and there might not be another game. But I don't think they're going to go over for the next 2 games and lose this series in that manner.
They don't have to go over, though, for the Blue Jays to win. They just have to not win the game for for their team. So Freeman, quite honestly, BK had a stat in his show. I wish I would have wrote it down. I was driving at the time, but it was an excellent stat. He said that Shohei Ohtani's OPS is over 1,100 or something for this postseason. But the rest of the team is like nobody is hitting. Like, not really, like consistently. So it's Shohei Ohtani or bust, basically, for the Dodgers right now. And who would have thought that would be the case when you've got Freeman, Betts, Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez? Like, go down the list of guys that they've got. They're not hitting. Mm-hmm. And specifically, they're really not hitting in this series. So whatever the Blue Jays have drummed up as a pitching staff / organization, they've figured something out. It's not hard to figure something out when this kid's throwing that slider and the splitter where nobody in the world can hit it right now. That's an easy one to figure out. When you got guys like Bieber, Reclamation Project, Scherzer, a veteran holding on for dear life, no disrespect for him.
Yeah.
Because he's been a hell of a player, and he's still proving that he can show up in big moments. But when you got guys like that, and you're still you're ahead 3-2 in the series against the Dodgers. You figured something out. And it's not just that Ohtani's fantastic. It's just that somehow they're making the other guys not able to.
You're going toe for toe. You're going toe to toe with them. Your pitching has outshined their pitching at least 3 times now.
And that's
really the extra innings game, it came down to one pitch.
Yeah,
And you didn't have any hitters in the lineup anymore for the Blue Jays.
That's true too. I mean, it could have. That one could have went either way. This is an even matchup, although it shouldn't, because the Dodgers have whatever's beyond a super team. They're not even a super team. They're the next 10 levels up. So if the Dodgers lose this, which I don't think they will, I think there's still a guarantee that they're going to win this thing. Like I said before, they want to close things out in Toronto. And there's no way in hell they're blowing this. No way in hell.
The Dodgers, this is a Hollywood.
It's basically done.
Where are they located? L.A.?
Yeah.
Same place as Hollywood, right?
Hollywood finisher. Hollywood
finish. Go into Toronto. Wax them 2 games in a row. 10 Cobb, 10 Cobb.
No chance.
Laugh your way out of Canada.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it.
But if they don't.
You'll lift to God's ears.
If they don't, they should be relegated.
They should be relegated. You're right. I don't disagree with that at all.
I think
It's
this
like
would
the
be
Arizona Fall League.
Correct.
ultimate failure if the Dodgers lose.
Are you kidding me? An epic failure for that team.
Especially with how their entire postseason up until this point has gone. They only lost 1 game against the Phillies. They should easily win this World Series, and they haven't hit.
Major League Baseball has set it up that they could do this. Build a.
You saw the script.
Well, there is no script except for the Dodgers. That there's no excuse for them not to
in the room when
win
the
this
email
World
came
Series.
through.
Gotcha.
I do think the Dodgers win tomorrow night, though.
Of course.
Yamamoto, I mean, he's unhittable.
I say first guy starts is that Schneider, okay? He runs straight at Yamamoto and dummies him right on the mouth. I mean, drags him around the field, can't pitch. Springer's going to play anyways, so he puts Springer back into his original spot, and you're done. We're good here.
Jamie, you have some unorthodox managing styles, but I'm all in.
Some would say, not great.
I think it'd be a perfect move. Sacrifice. See the size of that Schneider guy? It's a big dude. Yamamoto's got no chance.
Had the Blue Jays done what Jamie asked them to do, the 18-inning game wouldn't have happened.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
But maybe they don't respond and win 2 games after that.
Oh, no, they
never know.
Wouldn't have to. Wouldn't have to respond to anything. You'd have won that game.
Very true. All right. Marsh has got a thought after reading what the latest on Albert Pujols. That's next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. We just got done talking about the Blue Jays win over the Dodgers last night. Game 5 of the World Series. The Blue Jays defeated LA 6-1. They now have a 3-2 series lead in the World Series. Game 6 is tomorrow. First pitch is at 7. Tonight, we have some Blues hockey for you right here on 101 ESPN as the Blues take on the Vancouver Canucks. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. We'll talk with voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber, at 3:15, so stay tuned for that. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. So after reading that Albert Pujols reportedly had a very long second meeting with the Padres, one in which that, again, reportedly lasted 9 hours.
The hell are we doing for
I don't
9
know.
hours?
I don't know.
How much baseball can you talk? There had to be like some lunch or dinner.
Oh, I'm sure it was broken up. I don't think it was 9 straight hours.
you send
That'd
in
be
the
a little
meeting
rough.
room?
Yeah.
So I said that earlier. I've had a couple of buddies, former teammates, and people around the league that have interviewed for head coaching jobs in the NHL and whatnot. And a couple of them said, yeah, we met for like 3.5 hours, broke for lunch, and like another 3.5 hours in the afternoon. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, right. You don't have the I know you want the
the
job.
power play for that friggin' long?
Right.
But so I've done interviews before as well with NHL teams for coaching jobs, and they have changed. The process has changed. The first couple of years when I was doing them, it was very much if they thought you were the right person, fit for the job. So you go there with your personal opinions on how you like to see the game played and managed and certain defensive things. And for me, obviously, defensive zone and things like that were, what do you think? Mm-hmm. As I've done interviews leading up to the last couple of years, I haven't done them in the last couple of years, but leading up to that, the interview process got longer. So it wasn't just about X's and O's. It's like your theory on, managing a training camp, your theory on fitness and nutrition, your theory on how to build a leadership group, your theory on how to
Makes sense.
the team building, how to build a roster, all of these other components that are, we know they're a huge part of it, but have nothing to do with, like, can you run a power play? Mm-hmm. So maybe that's where things are going. And also, other times I've had interviews. I remember going into one interview, I won't say the team. We talked hockey for about 20 minutes. And then we sat there and talked for 2.5, 3 hours after that, ended up at the bar having beers. And I was like, okay. It was an easy interview. It was, whatever. So maybe Albert's sitting there with the Padres. All of a sudden, he just starts talking baseball, and they're like, just go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I would want to know a prospective head coach or manager's thoughts on leadership, on how he treat his staff, on how he would run a training camp or a spring training. I would want to know all that. That in a lot of ways is more important than the X's and O's, because at that point you have already either shown you can do it or can't do it, and it's more about how you would be in a CEO type role. But again, going back to Albert here, so 9-hour interview according to the San Diego Tribune's Kevin Acey. Pujols missed being part of MLB Network's pregame coverage, for Game 3 of the World Series because he was in San Diego for a second interview with the team. USA Today's Bob Nightingale, or
Bobby Boogie,
as Jamie would call him.
God, he loved when I called him that.
Further reports that Pujols' in-person meeting with the Padres lasted more than 9 hours. Now, Marsh, you had a different thought on this whole situation, one related to the Cardinals.
Yeah, I wonder if Cardinal fans would want Albert Pujols. Let's say that he ends up getting this job. He takes the managerial job with San Diego. If Cardinal fans who want Albert, and there's a handful of them that want Albert to, be the manager now, but eventually be the manager for the St. Louis Cardinals, I wonder if they would want him to succeed in San Diego or fail, essentially. Because if he succeeds, I think there's a ton of different tentacles here. If he succeeds, well, then you know that he can manage a big league team, because that's still a question mark at this point. We know his pedigree as a player. We don't really know what it looks like at the major league level as a manager. But if he succeeds and then wants to come to St. Louis, well, then we know you got a bona fide manager right there that's ready to take over this team whenever they're ready. Problem is, if he does succeed, San Diego's probably not going to want to let him go.
Yeah,
right.
The sidebar here, though, too, is if he does succeed as manager of the Padres, then if the Cardinals think he can do the same thing here, they better build a roster the same as the Padres.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. But if he...
Some would say that almost anybody could step into that role in San Diego and have the same-ish results as like Mike Schilt.
Sure.
If he fails, though, is that something that you'd still be interested in? Because Albert Pujols, obviously a legend here in St. Louis, but if he doesn't have
somebody
the
would still
resume,
be interested. You know what? You know they chalk it up to, hey, it was his first time managing. He learned a lot.
Too many good players.
But he learned a lot of things. You know, blah 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 blah.
I don't think
Too many good players. You got to get him on a roster that doesn't have that many guys.
Well, then he's perfect for here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they say. Hey, look, nobody can win with those guys. Hey, get him with some guys. Hey, you know,
Can't win with all that star power.
Yeah. What do you want?
terrible.
What do you want the man to do?
I don't think if he doesn't win, I wouldn't see any reason. Like for me, if he does get the job and if he does not win, it would make no sense to me to make him to be eager to hire him for that reason that I just said. If you can't win with talent, you probably can't win without talent. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like your opinion.
Okay.
Well, I don't.
You don't like me.
I don't
love
think.
you. That's a lie. I love you. Stop that.
In relation to Cardinals fans won't. They can talk themselves into Albert any day of the week, or Yachty for that matter. The two are interchangeable. Like, if Albert were to go to San Diego and he would struggle out there, and let's say he just lasts 3 years, and San Diego says, "All right, we got to move on. This is not what we expected," and the Cardinals needed a manager. I don't think there's going to be the wide majority of Cardinals fans that would be like, you know what, he didn't win in San Diego, forget it. Are you kidding me? They'd be like, well, nobody won in San Diego, or it's hard to manage superstars. There would be no amount of excuses that the Cardinals could throw at this situation and talk themselves into Albert. None.
Let me tell you something.
Now, if he won, San Diego would keep him. So
I'll take a team full of superstars than a team full of just guys.
Of course, but you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win in San Diego, it's not as though Cardinals fans would be like, nah, we don't want him.
Yeah, they still want him here.
Yes.
Lisa texted in, no, we want a manager that has never won at any level doing anything.
Oh, Lisa, I think she's being sarcastic, guys.
But now, would Lisa want Albert? Because if he's never won anything as a manager, like I know as a player he did, but as a manager, but is it? I don't know. Like, you know, Lisa, like you don't like Ollie because he's never won anything anywhere that we know of. But Albert's won as a player. So did Wayne Gretzky. I would put the two in the same category of like two of the best players ever in their sport. Wayne Gretzky didn't coach very good.
Fair.
Great guy. I loved the way he coached. He played the hell out of me. Probably why he lost his job. But,
Do you think if Wayne Gretzky coached anywhere else but in Phoenix, he would have been a better coach?
I think he would have struggled no matter where he went. And it's not because he can't coach the game. It's not because he doesn't know the game. Wayne Gretzky, his greatest asset is also a curse, is he sees the game differently than the rest of anybody who's ever played in the NHL. So for him to understand why I made a play or Tyson Nash chipped it off the wall when he had a guy wide open, like for him to understand any of that was very difficult for him. And I'm not saying that'll happen to Albert, but what if Albert sees a glitch in a guy's swing and he keeps trying to tell him about it, but the player doesn't know about it, can't fix it, doesn't know how to fix it? Is Albert going to lose his mind at one point? Because it's very difficult to have players who aren't as good as you do the same things you did when you were elite at something.
We got a text from the 314, unpopular opinion. I don't want Albert or Yachty as the manager. A coach, fine. Don't want to see a Redbird legend fail where they succeeded.
Well, okay, yeah, I could see that. You don't want anything about Albert to be tainted. It is a perfect story as it is right now. You got the best of Albert Pujols, both at the start and in his prime. He goes to L.A., doesn't really accomplish much in L.A., and then comes back and winds up setting the record, the one that we all wanted him we all wanted to see him make in a St. Louis Cardinals uniform. He did that one, and he came back and he had an unbelievable season, and then went out on top. Like that is the storybook.
That was a fun year.
Yes, that was the storybook.
Man, all he managed his ass off that year, didn't he, Lisa?
Well, that was Albert.
And Yachty.
And Yachty.
And Waino.
And
Yeah,
Waino.
those guys were players, though. They didn't manage.
Well, they basically
they've won at the highest level.
No. Without Ollie, Albert doesn't get to 700. Let's just remember that.
Wow. Well,
I mean, you're not wrong,
I'll let you take that up with Lisa. It's Fast on 101 ESPN. Have the
Lisa's
Blue.
blood pressure's through the roof. Right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Love you, Lisa. Just playing.
Have the Blues just been unlucky in the defensive zone? Probably not. That's next on 101 ESPN. Jamie, there's so many times where we have our guy Stewie on the line, and he always helps out a certain group of people, whether it's somebody that we're in our armed military or somebody that might be a little bit older. But when it comes to helping out people that might be retired that need a loan, Stewie, I know you got options for them as well.
Anthony, this is a very interesting situation, and people don't realize this. We have this couple, they're getting Social Security, and they're getting a little bit of distribution from their 401k. And if you put those two numbers together, it's not enough to qualify for the loan. Well, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac conventional guidelines dictate that if you increase your distribution and you go ahead and take out enough to qualify for the loan, we can go ahead and use that as if it's income, and they can buy the house of their dreams. After you close, if you're taking too much, you can go ahead and cancel those distributions and go back to where it was. And that's what we did for these customers. They increased the distributions, bought a $600,000 house, put down $200,000, got it closed in 10 days with the bagel loan, no closing costs. Bam, they got the house of their dreams with great rates.
I love it. I love a great success story, and Stewie always seems to find a way to turn it into a great story, especially for our 101 ESPN listeners, our veterans, our retired people, all of that. So please give Stewie a call. His phone number, 314-324-4440.
Again, that phone number is 314-324-4440.
Call, text, day, night, weekend. You know the routine at this point. Our guy needs to be your guy. If you can't remember any of that information, what can you do?
You can always Google the bagel loan. Thanks, Stewie.
NMLS number 226715.
Hi, it's Martin Kilcoyne, and I'm going to Scotland. You've heard me talking about it. A lot of folks have responded to this. I'm excited about it. I want you to join me for a trip of a lifetime. Next June the 15th, we'll discover spectacular Scotland with Colette. Limited to a small group. If you've always wanted to go to Scotland, this is your chance. We'll visit the historic capital of Edinburgh, going to Glasgow, checking out the Highlands, the amazing Orkney Islands. I've gone online and checked some of these sites out. It's just spectacular. Colette will handle all the details, and they put together a webinar where you can learn more. That's on November 11th at 6 o'clock. So call now, talk to Sherry at Altair Travel, get signed up at 314-968-9600. Join us November 11th to find out more. You can go to 101ESPN.com. Call Altair Travel for this trip of a lifetime. Me, you, headed to spectacular Scotland. Altair Travel at 314-968-9600.
Let me show you the world. Come away with me.
The numbers analytically don't make sense with O-zone time and D-zone time that we're spending. Like, we're fourth in the league in D-zone time. Usually that's a great thing, but we're giving up home runs, like I said after last game, too quickly. Like, we get into our zone in 6 seconds, there's a chance in the middle of the ice.
That, of course, was Jim Montgomery, head coach of our St. Louis Blues, and he was talking about, and this was at Morning Skate earlier today, on giving up the middle of the ice in the D zone. Jamie, how do the Blues look to you when it comes to their defensive zone play thus far? I know we kind of phrased the question of had the Blues just been unlucky in the defensive zone. What are you picking up on? What are some of the numbers saying? What do you got?
Well, yeah, they have been unlucky to a certain degree. And when Jim Montgomery brings up that one stat is, out of every team in the NHL, they're fourth best, meaning they have the fourth least amount of defensive zone time. Means they're almost not in their own zone very much.
Well, that's great.
It is. However, they're giving up home runs or prime real estate in that short amount of time. So the way Jim Montgomery wants the defensive zone to work, we talked about this before, he wants to kill plays quickly, but not at all cost. And I think that's what they were working on today, was killing plays, but not at all cost. So like we'll just use the Nathan Walker play from the last game, just because it's fresh on the brain. There's several other ones we could use. If he holds his position for a second in front of the net, rather than trying to kill that play quickly, that puck ends up on his stick or blocked by him, or the pass never happens because the guy's not available. So by being a little more patient, you're more successful. Okay. So I think that's the biggest thing for Monty right now and his coaching staff is relying on your hockey IQ to differentiate, this is a moment we can really end the play fast, or this is a moment where we end the play 2 seconds from now, not right away. And that's a learning curve for some guys, especially for some of the lower guys in your lineup, because they're relied upon heavily to be really good defensively. And they don't want to play in the defensive zone. And a style that the Blues played a couple of years ago, which I think everybody hated, and it was when they went to just protecting the middle of the ice, and the team would skate around with the puck for a minute and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they wouldn't necessarily get any great opportunities, but they had possession of the puck, and you're chasing the puck for a minute and a half. Well, Monty doesn't play that way. He plays his own defense in the defensive zone, and each guy has an area of the ice that they cover, and there's layers. I showed you some of those layers on paper the other day, where you have one guy on the puck, one guy supporting, one guy taking away the most dangerous area. And then you collapse your two wingers down low to crowd the house area, so that when you don't have the puck, the other team is not getting the best opportunity. But if you have one guy that runs out of position too fast, so let's say the puck goes to the half wall. You have a defenseman that runs to the wall quick. The puck goes down low. Forward runs there real quick. What happens now in the middle of the ice? If that net front defenseman doesn't adjust to take away the pass to the middle guy, that guy's wide open because you ran out of position too quick. So rather than just going like a bat out of hell, pause, evaluate. Do you have reinforcements? Is the guy behind me there? Do I have the winger down here? Are the sticks and lanes? Now I can go. So especially if the puck is in a non-dangerous area. So if it's along the walls or below the goal line, you can always pause to make sure you have help with coverage. If it's in the house or in the dangerous area, you got to go. At that point, you got to read and react.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like they're rushing to areas where the opposing team is not going to get a great shot. Like if they're outside and they take a shot, you probably live with that as opposed to having a player rush out there to try to get a stick on them or get a body on them, and then they pass it right in the middle where those are premium shots where they are much easier to be made than outside on the wall or behind the goal.
The way we talk about that in the hockey world is you're leaving good ice for bad ice. Mm-hmm. Now you can on both sides of the puck. So offensively, if you don't take the right path, the opposition can skate you into bad ice, which means to the boards, to the corner, whatever. In the defensive zone, the good ice is that middle area in between the face-off dots. Now, the great ice is hash marks, middle of the slot area to the low inner slot area. That's like the best area you can have. So if you're a forward or a defenseman and you rush out of good area or good ice for bad ice, you're leaving good ice open.
Right.
So what smart teams do is they end up moving the puck out wide. You get uber aggressive, and then they start sliding players into the good ice behind you.
Right where you just left.
Right where you just left. Mm-hmm. Especially if the rest of your group isn't reacting to you leaving the good ice.
Yeah.
It leaves a spot. And right now that's what's happened to the Blues on several occasions is teams are seeing that how aggressive they are, and they're putting people in prime scoring spots, and those guys are scoring right now.
I'm not insinuating that this is the reason why they're leaving good ice, but do you think the way that things have gone so far with some of these wonky goals that other teams are scoring, perhaps it's the shaky goaltending at sometimes, do you think that's in the back of their mind where like, I can't let this guy get a shot from a weird angle because, hell, it could bounce off a shin pad, so it's nothing like that?
No, you're not thinking that way as a player because quite honestly, I mean, I know that there's been some bad goals, but collectively, you look at the full body of work, not the last 10 games, when it comes to Binnington and Hofer, and you play the game according to that. Right now, guys are just too aggressive. They're too. Got to watch what I say here. They're too
like antsy.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. And you got to slow down sometimes.
Like they're trying to make a play because they feel like they need to because of the situation that they're in right now.
And just because they want to please the coach, too. Because Monty is like, kill the play, get a stick on puck, body up. Like, don't let the other team establish any kind of rhythm in the offensive zone, which is a great mindset until you have guys running out of good ice for bad ice, trying to kill a play that doesn't need to be killed right now. Just pause, 2, 3, now we can kill the play.
There's something else that I wanted to bring up, too, because I've noticed this, and maybe you have, too, but there's zone exits. Sometimes it's not as clean that we would want to see out of this team. When those zone exits don't go according to plan, are you seeing the team sort of get out of position, which leads to more opportunities for the opposing team?
In the defensive zone?
Yeah. Like when the puck is on the wall, sometimes the puck stays inside the zone and maybe the forward's trying to fly out of the zone. He overskates the puck like the centerman or whatnot, and the defense are trying to move up as well, but that puck's actually not getting out of the zone.
That's more of a puck management problem. There is, you get it up to your winger or your forward or whoever has the puck, they've got to make sure it gets out. Like you can't, if you play the game of hockey where you wait for the play to happen and then you react to it, all you're doing all night is chasing the game.
Right.
So you have to, as I say, you have to drive the offense, you have to push the pace. If my forward or my guy's not going, anticipating that I'm going to get the puck to him, whether it's off the boards or direct pass, like then what? Then I'm forced to wait and put the puck in the neutral zone, and I give it to the other team because I don't have anybody that's there because we're all playing so defensive and we're so cautious that, maybe you'll defend better, but you won't be able to generate any offense. So when guys are blowing the zone, they're blowing the zone because that puck should be getting out.
No, and I know that. I understand that. I'm saying when it doesn't, though, is that where some of the defensive structure goes a little bit haywire?
It's like any broken play in any sport. As soon as there's a broken play, then it's a little bit of chaos until you can regroup and get back into your spot. But I don't think that's a catalyst for what's going on right now.
That's kind of what my question was, if you saw anything there.
No, I mean, you have the odd breakdown and things like that. It happens. But this is when teams are coming into the zone. They're making one or two plays, and then there's great real estate available. And not only are they getting those opportunities, but they're burying them, too. So we'll see tonight. They worked extensively on defensive zone coverage. We'll see tonight. One thing to look for tonight when you're watching the game, watch the forward down low. The forward down low is going to hold the net front longer than he has been. And that, if you can see that tonight in the game, then you'll know that the Blues are executing their defensive zone a little bit better.
There you go. That's Jamie Rivers. Carey, you got something?
Oh, no. The chairman's vasectomist wants to know, how are they doing all this running on the ice?
Yeah, they're
running out of the
They run with
ice.
skates on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Seems hard.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What's next, Anthony?
Let's get into the Thursday night football matchup. You got Ravens, Dolphins. We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, mentality is, one, they're awesome at what they do, but two, they've become a big part of my life because the people there care about everyone that goes in there. So when you get to be guys like us, low testosterone is a thing. We've talked about it. People know about it now. And you have to do something about it. If you just sit at home and you try to take supplements or buy a pill or something, that's not really doing the trick. It just isn't. You have to get your blood work done. And mentality, they bring you in, they talk to you, they do your blood work. And then when they sit down with you, because they do it, they explain everything to you so you fully understand like what your body's going through and how you can improve. And that's when they put you on your program. And I got on a program for testosterone, vitamin B, vitamin D, and I'm on the peptide train, as I call it.
Yeah.
And it has been such a massive turnaround for me. I just can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, if you're a guy that is, 40s, 50s, you're constantly tired all the time. You've got no motivation. You're the opposite of what you were maybe in your 30s or 20s. Understand that could be just part of the aging process, but you also understand you have an opportunity to do something about it. That's what Jamie and I did. We went to Mentality. We sat down with our board-certified physicians. We talked to them, answered a couple of easy questions. How we've been feeling, and we're honest with them. We're running low all the time. We want to make sure that we get back in the gym. We're not snapping at people, all that stuff, all the stuff that you might be feeling as well. And we found out we're low in testosterone. If you are too, they'll put you on the program, and it's not long. You say, "Whoa, I feel great." And then everything starts to fall into place for you. You get back in the gym, you get the weight off, you get the muscle back on. So visit Mentality, 2 locations, one in Chesterfield, one in South County. You can also check them out online, mentalityhealth.com/radio. You can book your appointment there. Either way, when you do head down to talk to them, tell them Anthony and Jamie sent you. It's Mentality. 3:07, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Well, tonight we've got the Blues and Canucks pregame 6 o'clock, puck drop at 7. We'll talk to Chris Kerber in about 10 minutes or so. We'll get his thoughts on tonight's matchup and some of the happenings right now with the St. Louis Blues. But there's also some NFL action. You've got the Ravens and the Dolphins, Thursday night football. And this one's got some intrigue for a couple of reasons. First, the top being...
Never said about a 2-5 versus a 2-6 team.
So hear me out. You're right. The biggest storyline, of course, CD, is that Lamar Jackson was removed from the injury report. He will play against the Dolphins. We thought that he would be back he'd be back last week to take on the Bears. That didn't happen. Tyler Huntley started instead. The Ravens also got some other key pieces back on defense, and they really took care of Chicago. I know the Bears are still in it in the fourth quarter, but they really never had control of that game.
Yep.
Now with Lamar back, is this a situation where do we learn anything? Because the Dolphins, like you said, they are 2-5.
Yeah.
To me, it's not about learning. It is about collecting wins if you're the Ravens, because you are right now, 3-6? Is that what they are?
2-5.
They only have 2 wins.
Yeah, the
Holy
Ravens.
Smokes. Yeah, 2-5. Okay.
2-5.
So they're 2-5. Dolphins are 2-6.
Yes.
It's about collecting wins. Steelers, sorry, Carey, not taking any shots. The Steelers have struggled the last couple of weeks. The Bengals are 3-5. They lost to the Jets. Joe Flacco might be hurt. You might be starting Jake Browning, and the Browns are the Browns.
Yeah.
Door's wide open.
It is.
So whether or not we learn anything about the Ravens, I think is irrelevant. It is just simply about compiling enough wins to win this AFC North, which is wide open for the taking.
Yeah, they have the next 3 games are all on the road. They go to Miami tonight, Vikings, and then Cleveland. But those are all 3 winnable games. And you come back and you got the Jets and the Bengals, and you just spoke about the Bengals. We don't know what's going on with Joe Flacco. Who knows? He's been around for a while and might be a little bit more banged up than he's been. So you don't know what the future holds for the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know what it holds tonight, because I had the Miami Dolphins dead in the water versus an Atlanta Falcons team last week, and they beat the hell out of them. Like, I didn't expect the Dolphins to show up in that manner. I do think the Ravens should win tonight. I think they are the better team, especially with Lamar back. They've been in pretty much all the games that they've played in when Lamar was playing. The fumble late by Derrick Henry in week 1, that cost you a game. The Lions game, you were right there with an opportunity. I think Derrick Henry fumbled in that one as well, if I'm not mistaken.
The Lions game?
Yeah. So you're in both of those games, and both of those are one-possession games that you lost. And then Lamar gets hurt. You lose to the Chiefs, you lose to the Texans, you get beat up bad by the Texans, and then you lose to the Rams. But Lamar being back, and as you said, also that division, the AFC North, is not solidified in terms of who is winning that division. I love Pittsburgh. I think they've had a couple of games where they've blown opportunities their last couple of games to extend that lead in that division. So the Baltimore Ravens being at 2-5 is, as crazy as it sounds, they are in this division to possibly win it. And the thing about that, if they win the division, they're in the playoffs. Nobody wants to see the Baltimore Ravens. Nobody wants to see Lamar Jackson. No defensive coordinator wants to prepare for him all week, knowing that they got him and Derrick Henry in the backfield, and you don't know where the hell the ball is going. And then you got receivers that can catch passes on the outside. It would be a nightmare. So with that being said, everything is right in front of Baltimore to be able to take care of it. And they haven't even played the Steelers yet. So, the one divisional team that they played, the Browns, they won. They've only had one divisional game so far. So the injury to Lamar, as crazy as it happened at the right time, because now you still got your divisional games coming up, and you're already 1-0 in the division versus the Browns. So everything is in front of them, and I think that if they are healthy, if Lamar stays healthy, if they can take care of the football, which they obviously didn't do in those first couple of losses, they got a chance to be a really good team.
Yeah, Kerry, you bring up a really good point about the division and the fact that the Ravens, they got the one division game, as you mentioned, and they won it. Their losses: Bills, Lions non-conference, Chiefs, Texans, and Rams non-conference. So you got several games. You got the entire division in front of you, and a couple of your losses, 2 of them to be exact, were non-conference, which is important when it comes to some of the tiebreakers.
Right.
On the other side, the only reason why this is somewhat interesting from Miami's standpoint is what you talked about. They beat the hell out of Kirk Cousins last week. I won't even say the Falcons. It was mostly Kirky.
Oh, man.
I don't.
Kirk's trying.
Is he? I don't think he's trying. I really don't.
I think he is.
No. From the Dolphins side of things, I thought Mike McDaniel would have been fired by now. I think a lot of people felt that way. They lose 31-6 to Cleveland, and then turn around and whip the Falcons.
Yeah.
It wasn't close from the start. It wasn't close from the start.
It wasn't that close.
No.
Yeah.
But they've lost to the Panthers. They've struggled with the Jets. Somewhat competitive against the Bills.
Competitive against the Patriots.
When it comes to Miami, are they at home or are they in a dome? Because if they're at home or in a dome, they're going to be competitive.
Yeah.
It's like the only time that offense works. So I wouldn't be shocked if Miami stayed in this game.
Yeah.
Spread 7.5. I wouldn't be shocked if they covered. Don't have them winning, but I would not be surprised if they kept the game within a single score.
It'd be a good game.
It'll be a game.
It'll be a good game.
You think so?
Yeah.
So, well, I guess you're with me then. Comes down to the wire.
I think late in the fourth quarter, I think it'll be more than the point spread. I think they'll surpass that. The Ravens will. It'll be a close game to begin the fourth quarter.
Is it a one possession game going into the fourth?
Yes.
I say yes.
Yes.
All right, there you go.
Yep.
So I guess all you can ask for in a 2-6 versus 2-5 matchup. Chris Kerber will join us next. We'll talk a little Blues hockey with him. Preview tonight's Blues Canucks game. Dive into some of the big storylines, including Dalibor Dvorsky again with the play-by-play man of the St. Louis Blues. Chris Kerber next on 101 ESPN.
All right, we may have just about one more warm-up before things definitely turn to winter, but Halloween is here. The fire pits are going to go out on the driveway on Friday night, and inside you want to make sure that that house is perfect for you. Classic Air Care is the company for you. Look, we know that when it comes to needing a repair done to your furnace as we get into this winter season, we know that it's not the easy thing. We know that it's not front of mind, and we know sure as heck it's not anything you want to deal with. So what do?
You make sure that when something does come up, you're dealing with good people, and that's what you're dealing with Classic Air Care. You make sure that you're dealing with a company you can trust. That's what you get with Classic Air Care. You make sure that when you call somebody, you know that you're going to get customer service then because they understand the stresses you're under and what it means when something goes kaput in the house. That's Classic Air Care. They've got a 4.8 Google rating for a reason, and that is because they care about the customer and guarantee customer satisfaction. So whether it's for a simple maintenance call, whether it's for a replacement of the entire unit, or whether it's just because you want to hear a sound and you just don't know where it's coming from, call Classic Air Care. They're going to make your house comfortable. That's what they're there for. It really is that simple. ClassicAirCare.com. They've been making people comfortable since 1926.
Talking everything St. Louis Blues as we head into the Blues booth on 101 ESPN. Presented by Boardwalk Hardwood Floors. Find your perfect new floor at BoardwalkHardwood.com.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Kerry Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and let's head to the Callier and Thompson phone line. The man will be on the call tonight for the Blues and Canucks. Pregame at 6, puck drop at 7 will be Chris Kerber, who joins us via the Callier and Thompson phone line. Kerbs, how you doing today?
Anthony, I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Looking forward to tonight's Blues game. Got to get back on track. So Dalibor Dvorsky comes up from Springfield, and one of the things that we've been talking about is him joining the line with Mojo and Carey. And you heard some of the comments made by Jim Montgomery today at Morning Skate about that. What are your thoughts on him joining that line? You think it's a good fit?
Well, I think what they're doing is I think they're realizing that they've got a 20-year-old that's playing his third NHL game, and any kind of familiarity would be a good thing for him. And so, what does that familiarity mean? Well, that familiarity means that he's already played on a line with Matthew Joseph. When he came up, as an ambulance goes right past me.
Run, Curbs.
When he came up the first time last year, he played on a line with Texier and Joseph, right? So he's already played in the NHL on a line with Joseph. And then at the same time, when you look at where he played in the preseason, he played a good amount with Jordan Carey. I look at those two things, guys, and I think that, okay, they're giving him a winger from a scoring standpoint in Carey. They're giving him a guy with some speed that'll go into the corners in Joseph. And he's got some familiarity with both of them. Probably a good spot to start.
Curbs, a lot of talk this morning from Monty, and a lot of work this morning done on some of the defensive zone coverage. Obviously that's been an issue, but from your standpoint, you're broadcasting almost every game. What have you seen in the defensive zone, just with your own eyeballs, where you think things might be going a little south?
It's just the middle of the ice to me, Jamie. I mean, I don't think, and kind of some of the statistics show this, that the Blues aren't spending a lot of time in their own end, but the reality of it is the time that they're spending in there, they're giving up just grade A chances, and a ton of opportunities are given up in the slot, the high slot, the low slot. That's something we're going to highlight, I think, later on tonight during the broadcast. So, from that standpoint, they've got to defend from the middle out better, and I think that's what Jim Montgomery was doing. He doesn't want guys chasing after the pucks if they can't get it. He doesn't want. Yeah, he literally. I mean, you know how detail oriented he is. That if he wants guys in a certain spot, not a foot outside. He wants you right where he wants you, and that's what he did. He ran a drill this morning, and after one shift, and again, this is a morning skate, but after one shift, he stopped. He pulled everybody in. He rehashed what he wanted, and he said, "Now let's go do it right." And so he's coaching, and I think you're going to see that. Now that may lead to, say, Vancouver, who, by the way, is dealing with a ton of big injuries. That may lead to Vancouver, finding a little more time in the offensive zone, maybe than we've seen from some other teams. But it doesn't matter if they're spending all that time along the wall. If they can't get to the middle, you got a good chance of making sure that your goalies don't have to make Herculean saves every time the puck is shot.
Curbs, this team has tried multiple line combinations. They've started the fourth line to start games. What exactly do they need to get started early and really jumpstart their offense and defense to get the game going in the right direction?
Well, hopefully you don't see a penalty early in the game, Carey, because you'd kind of like to see an opportunity for Jim Montgomery to roll all four lines once, maybe even 2 or 3 times before there's any kind of a special team. Only caveat to that is, yes, I wouldn't mind seeing them get 6 power plays in the first 5 minutes of the game. But aside from that, I think you just got to see consistency. And to be honest with you, it's not the goal scoring that's been the issue. But even the goal scorers, are you winning puck battles? Are you making the smart plays? Are you supporting the team? Like Braden Shen came out with a burr in his saddle. I think he did exactly what you would anticipate and would like a captain to do in the last game. And there just weren't enough guys that followed him into it. That's where, when Braden Shen starts a game with the physicality that he started in that last game against Detroit, whether you're a veteran player of Parayko and Falk or, Buchnevich or a young guy, like a Tucker or a Mayu or even on the front side, you're one of the young forwards of Alexei Toropchenko in his second game back of the season or since injury. Like, honestly, that's one of those situations where you have to, you've just got to come out ready to go. And I don't know I don't know that the coach has anything to do with that at this point. I think that's just got to be a mindset. And that's the other thing too, I guess. I probably expanded this answer a little bit. There's just got to be a mindset. Like, take the numbers, take whatever, statistically things are telling you, be here, be there. Who comes out of the corner with the puck tonight? Who wants it more? And that I really think that's some of the jam that we haven't seen in the 10 games from everybody enough on the Blues to make it work consistently.
Chris Kerber joins us right now on the Fast Line on 101 ESPN. He's the play-by-play voice of our Blues, who will take on the Canucks tonight. Now, Kerbs, you did mention it'd be nice to have 6 power play opportunities in the first period. Those are still just opportunities, though. The power play continues to struggle. What are you seeing out of that unit or units?
Well, listen, I'm going to give you a philosophical thing from my standpoint. I have not talked to the coaches about this, and I can promise you the coaches that are doing it know how to design a power play a hell of a lot better than I do. But we've talked about this over the last couple of years. There has to be a shooting mentality. There's a reason that second power play unit has more success, because they come out and they're not trying to pass the puck 2 or 3 times to the middle and then get it in. I know they want to go to that bumper play to Pavel Buchnevich. Man, if I've got somebody with a shot like Jimmy Snuggerud and wants to shoot it, if I've got somebody with a shot like on the other side like Dylan Holloway that can shoot it, and you get somebody that can bomb it from the blue line like a Justin Falk can do it, you got to get the shot away, and you got to have some one-timers. And by the way, that's not just guys saying, well, I've got to be willing to one-time it. Sometimes the guys passing the puck have got to put the puck in the spot where at least the guy has a chance to one-time it. And that, to me, is the scenario. When I've watched the power play the last few games, I just don't think I've seen enough passing from up top into a spot where a guy can actually shoot it and one-time it. And penalty kills are just too doggone well-coached and too doggone good, and goaltenders are big and athletic. And the one thing that you just don't see people able to stop on a regular basis, one-timers. I mean, look, go back to some of the goals Zach Bolduc was scoring for the Blues last year. What was he doing? Even in the slot when they got it to him, he was one-timing it. So, in my opinion, you just need to see more shots. Look, you had a chance to get back into that game in a big way last game with 2 power play chances, and over those 4 minutes, you had a total of 2 shots on goal. However you get them, you've got to get more shots to the net and bodies there looking for junk.
Kerb said Dylan Holloway not having the start of the season that he wanted or that anybody anticipated. He's kind of bopped around the lineup, up and down the lineup. Finds himself again on the wing on a pretty good line here tonight. But, what have you seen from Dylan Holloway that maybe has slowed him down or stopped him from scoring? And what have you seen recently that might tell you that he might be breaking out of that?
Well, you've seen him pick up a few assists here and there, so that's the good news. His scoring, a couple other guys scoring. Pavel Buchnevich, for example, doesn't have an even strength goal yet on the season, right? So there are some guys where the goal scoring hasn't been there. You still see a willingness to see the physicality, and there's been chances in there, Jamie. And that to me, I think, is one of the things for somebody that you're counting on to score some goals. If you're seeing chances, you're okay. If those chances dry up, then you get a little bit of a hiccup. So that's where I'm encouraged there. And look, I don't know, is there some lingering effects from a pretty serious and severe injury, even though he had a good offseason worth of training and feel good? Maybe some of that's there. And then look, here's another thing. I guarantee you that when a team is doing their scouting and they're talking about how we're going to defend against the Blues right now, last year, because of some of the inconsistencies in prior years with Edmonton for him, they weren't looking at him all that much. Well, they're looking at him now. So I got to think right now teams are keying in on him a little bit longer, which is, going to cause a young player to have to make some adjustments there too. And, frankly, I think it might be the teams are defending him better, knowing what they can expect from him this year than they did last year.
Curbs, it feels like we haven't seen the best of Binnington and Hofer just yet. Is it a mental thing, or are we or are we looking at a bigger problem?
I don't think we're looking at a bigger problem. This one's a weird one, Carey, for me, just because, we haven't gotten some of those high-end saves on both guys that we need. Obviously, I think Hofer has struggled more than Jordan has. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I'm not even outside of the home opener against Minnesota. I'm actually going to sit here and tell you I don't think Jordan's really struggled all that much. At some point in time, you're hoping that you get a piece of some of these deflected goals and some of these wacky bounce goals off hips and skates. And that first goal from Detroit the last game's going 4 feet wide. He's tracking it, and it goes off Justin Falk and in. Should the goalie have those? I don't know. I don't know. But at the same time, the bottom line is the goaltending, like the defensive play in the defensive zone, is just going to have to be better. I think, Kerry, to be honest with you, the Blues goaltending is going to be fine if you cut down on the amount of grade A chances that the other team is getting. If you're asking these guys to make the saves they're supposed to make and then get a couple of the outstanding ones that maybe you're not supposed to, those are the kind of goaltenders you have. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if you could take another goalie in the league. I don't think you're taking Vasilevsky and putting him in net for some of these chances and expecting different outcomes. Now, I'm careful when I say that because I don't think the goaltending has been as good as it needs to be either. So I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just trying to figure out where the reality of what saves should be made, what saves weren't made. And I honestly still think when I watch these guys in practice and watch them go, if there truly is an aspect of this team that I don't think I have a question mark on, it still is the goaltending.
Curbs, the Blues here got one last game in the month of October here on home ice against the Vancouver Canucks. How important is it for these guys to start winning on home ice? And what have you seen as far as a difference between some of the games that we saw them play very well on the road and then coming back here at home? It almost doesn't make sense.
Well, to be honest, in some ways it doesn't. I look at the way this team has played on the road, and tonight's opponent, Vancouver, when they played in Vancouver on Game 3, and I know you were there, Jamie, I think you saw maybe one of their best games of the year, start to finish. Even that game in Calgary, let's face it, Joe Hofer stole that game for them through the first two periods. First two periods, I don't know that the Blues play in front of Joe Hofer was very good. So I don't know that we've seen a huge difference between road play and home play, but I agree with you completely. Like, you got to get this figured out because counting, these two games on this homestand, 7 of 10 games are at home. By the time you get to November 15th, you're going to have 11 of your 41 home games done, right? That's a quarter of your season before we even get to Thanksgiving. We're 2 weeks ahead of Thanksgiving, and a quarter of your home season is already going to be in the books. It's going to be that important. You've got to find time when you've got your home ice, you've got your practice facility, you've got ways to get going on home because that's what you're going to have to carry on the road. And look, this has been a tough October once again, and that's the shame of it. You go back the last 20 years. Go back to the first year out of the lockout, 05-06. All right? And the Blues have only made the playoffs one time when in the month of October they've earned fewer than 10 points. Now, the good news is that was 9 points, and that was the year they won the Stanley Cup. And if they can get 2 points tonight, they'll be at 9 points. So, like any statistic, we can spin a positive with a negative and let anybody think what they want. But bottom line is consistent play, both home and road, is something we haven't seen yet. And to your point, they're just going to have to find a way to be better at it.
Kerbs, we appreciate you. Thanks for joining us as always. Have a great call tonight, and we'll check back with you next week.
Okay, guys. Have an awesome night. We'll see you at the rink.
All right, sounds good. That's Chris Kerber here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN again tonight. Pre-game at 6, puck drop at 7. You can listen to all the coverage on 101 ESPN and the Blues Radio Network. Sports Six-Pack is coming up next. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service tax line. So you got a question for us, send it in. Part 1 of the Six-Pack next.
If you are looking for a smart, stable investment, don't listen to me. Listen to the experts. The experts seem to have a lot of money, or they make a lot of money. Those guys, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Shad Khan, those are just a few guys to name in this process. They're looking to invest in U.S. farmland, and they choose AgVest to do it for them. So, look, you don't have to be a billionaire or a millionaire, for that matter, to invest in U.S. farmland, but you do have to pick up the phone and call AgVest founder Chris Bronner. He's going to help you out. And you're trying to ask yourself, why would I invest in U.S. farmland? Well, because you get steady returns, long-term growth, and real stability. Much better than panicking over the stock market every single day. And AgVest has helped leading financial institutions manage over $900 million in farmland. And if you own farmland, AgVest can help you out there as well. They can they can help you maximize all of it with full service management, sourcing, diligence to rent, as well as tenant selection. And all you have to do is pick up the phone and call Chris Bronner. Again, he is the founder. Tell him Jamie Rivers sent you in. That number, 618-520-7022, 618-520-7022, or you can always visit agvestadvisors.com. Buy land, they are not making it anymore.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. You just heard Chris Kerber as the Blues take on the Vancouver Canucks tonight. You can listen to that game. You'll hear Kerbs on the call. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. If you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows there. It's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have part 1 of our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions in to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. The Six-Pack is next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for the Sports Six-Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. So if you have any questions for us, send them in now. And you'll have it read off by the one and only Andrew Marsh.
Question number 1.
Actually, we can't really say that anymore. There's a wide receiver for Michigan named Andrew Marsh. He actually scored a touchdown last week, and everyone was letting me know that he made it into the end zone. So we have another Andrew Marsh on our hands, by the way. But I appreciate that, Anthony. Anyways, speaking of college football, Low Life Dad wants to know.
Low Life Dad?
If Mizzou loses Drink to another school, would Arizona State's Kenny Dillingham be your first call?
That'd be interesting.
I don't have his number, so he probably wouldn't be my first call.
Who would be your first call?
Nick Saban.
You got his number?
I do.
Why the hell he ain't been on the show yet?
Oh, he doesn't like you.
Clearly. We've discussed that already.
I called Nick Saban.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to come to Mizzou?
Jamie.
What?
Nick Saban.
But it's a bad idea.
You asked me who doesn't want to come to
you're
Missouri.
Telling me.
I'm telling you that I don't think
it's a bad idea to call Nick Saban.
I'm not telling you it's a bad idea.
What's wrong with Nick Saban?
I think Nick Saban is the greatest
of all time. Kerry, why don't you like
college football
him?
coach that has ever graced our presence. Well, not personally, but you know what I'm saying?
You don't like him?
No, I think he's good. I think he's a great coach.
Why would you not call him?
I didn't say I wouldn't call him. Your next question was who wouldn't want to come to Missouri, and my answer was Nick Saban.
Oh, you speak for him now.
I didn't say you couldn't call him.
Well, I forgot, Anthony. What date did Carey take over representation for Nick Saban?
I was unaware that he did.
Today. Oh, okay, because now he's talking for him.
You think Nick Saban's coming to Missouri?
Well, I'm not going to speak for him like you.
Well, I will speak for him.
I can just speak for myself and say that I love Missouri, and I would love to do it.
It's a fine state.
Carey, who would you be looking at?
What's your problem?
Just asking.
I hadn't thought that far. I don't know who I would be calling.
He just wants to criticize mine. He doesn't actually have an answer, but he's going to criticize mine. What about John Gruden?
I don't think Gruden's
he likes Missouri. He was at SEMO. Started his whole career at SEMO.
I would say Alex Galesh, the South Florida.
Alex,
South Florida head coach.
He's done a great job.
I mean, a rapid turnaround
Kelly.
at South Florida.
He's
very
a special
creative
teams coach at Illinois.
Yeah, very creative offensive resume.
That's all Kenny needed.
He's done a good job. Very good job.
I would say.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kenny Dillingham would be fantastic too. Young, energetic, revitalized ASU.
So I wonder. I think Alex Golesh would be a great pick because he's coming from South Florida to Missouri. You're leaving a Group of 5, going to a Power 4 team in the SEC. That would probably be an upgrade. Some of these coaches, the question would be, are they? Is it a lateral move or is it a step up in terms of where you're leaving into where you're going? Dillingham leaving ASU would probably be a step up because it's a different conference. It's going to the SEC. But then your next question is, in what place do I have a better chance to make the college football playoff, to make more money, to put a better product on the field? And that would be, I think that's always the question. If it's not an upgrade in terms of your position and where you're going, or if it's a lateral move and how much money you're going to be making. And then I would wonder if they would start looking at, some coordinators. I think we talked about Will Stein, the coordinator over at Oregon, who's been outstanding as an offensive coordinator. Like, I wonder if some of those names, because of all of the big head coach names not really being able to find a seat, what if you start looking at some of these coordinators and figuring out who is the best opportunity, who has the best guy for the opportunity to be a head coach in terms of that?
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to probably go that route. I mean, there's a lot of people that are, there's a lot of head coaching opportunities that are going to be out there, and you're just going to have to hope that one of these outstanding coordinators or one of these head coaches at a Power 5 program would be interested. And I think they would. I mean, Mizzou has a lot to offer. There's no question. And hopefully Drink just stays put and he builds it up like Jamie was talking about yesterday.
Question number 2.
This one comes from ThrillFan22. Hey, fellas, you can pick one rookie from this year, an offensive player, and one defensive player to start your franchise. Who are you taking? Have a great rest of your show.
Ooh. One rookie offensive player and one rookie defensive player from this season.
Football here we're talking?
I would have assumed so.
I don't know. There's lots of sports guys.
Offensively, I might take Jackson Smith and Jigba. I know it's a dependent position.
Well, he's not.
He said rookie. Offensive rookie. Oh, he's not a rookie.
Yeah, no, he's not a rookie. You're thinking of Igbokwe.
Hey, I'm thinking of Igbokwe. I'll take him.
Okay.
Give me him.
It's a pretty good one.
Igbokwe. Both Ohio State guys.
J.J. McCarthy.
He's not a rookie. Doesn't qualify.
Jamie, technically, he's not a rookie, but he's in his rookie year.
Igbokwe would be really good. Tyler Warren would be an outstanding.
Quinshon Judkins is probably is high up there as well.
And then defensively, I think the Giants got it right with Abdul Carter, so I'd probably go Carter and Tyler Warren. That's the route I would go.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, but there's been offensively, you can go in any number of directions. I mean, you go with
what about Jackson Dart?
Will Campbell too from New England has been an outstanding offensive tackle. Jackson Dart, I mean,
quarterback, premium position.
Yeah.
What does he project out to
I would say no.
Yeah,
but he has given that. I mean, there's no question he's given the Giants a boost. Long term, I don't know. Especially now that he doesn't have his buddy with him.
Battery brother.
Yeah.
And banging into things. Those two guys. Crazy kids.
Question number 3.
From the 314, with the success of Savage, should the Cardinals really look hard into calling up Liam Doyle next season?
If he's ready to come up, then yes, of course.
I don't. Yeah, obviously.
I mean, he pitched obviously in college, so you would think that there would be a faster track to the big leagues. But everybody is in. This is obvious, right? Like everybody is an individual case. Savage is his own case, and he climbed up through the minor league rankings very quickly. But that doesn't mean it's going to be the same case for somebody like Liam Doyle.
I think the Cardinals. I don't know if Doyle is a guy that you bring to the majors. I have no idea if he's ready for that. But I think the Cardinals can be a little bit more risky. Like, you don't have to let him marinate at AA forever. Right. You don't have to let him marinate at AAA forever, like they've done with some of these pitchers now. Where it's like, oh, yeah, it's year 2. We'll move him up to AA for another year. It's like, guys, why not? Like, just take a stab at it. That's what the Blue Jays did. They were the end of their season. They needed help in the rotation. They said, screw it. Let's see what he's got. Not in a playoff game. End of regular season in September. And the kid came out and Shad's like, okay, whoa, we may have found something here. Even if it's small sample size. Even if next year he blows up in spring training and he's not the same player he was now, at least you know what his ceiling is. The Cardinals, sometimes I think they take so long, they drag their feet forever. All of a sudden, the guy's hurt for 6 months, and there goes another year. And it's like,
needs Tommy John.
Yeah, like, just take a look at it. Like, they should have had Quinn Matthews up here at some point. Just, you know what? Pitch a game. We're losing anyways.
Fellas.
What?
It's a new regime, okay? What happened in the past is the past.
I know, that's why I said I'd like them to be more risky.
It's a new day.
I'm talking literally to Chaim Bloom right now.
Chaim, are you listening, man?
You don't know he is.
Chaim,
of course he is.
Are you listening to us? This is where you get all your information. You new to St. Louis, turn into the fast lane, get your info. We give great talk, great ideas. We come with, I mean, you're not going to get anything better. Heim, listen to my man Jamie. Be risky.
Yeah. Boy, Carey.
Yeah.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah.
Well.
What? You mean because I got the black shirt on.
Ah, that makes sense.
What's your problem? Where do you go?
Two big moves that the Blue Jays made. Both came at the trade deadline and afterwards. They acquired Shane Bieber, who pitched his ass off in a must-win spot coming off that 18-inning loss, and then bringing up Yusevich in September. Two key moves. Both panned out for the Blue Jays. Two key moves that actually might help them win the World Series against a Dodgers team that's absolutely loaded and has no excuse to lose. It's Fast Line on 101 ESPN. We'll continue our Sports Six-Pack Part 2, 314-399-9646. Part 2 of the Six-Pack next.
question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is right now. Kerry Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew March with question 4.
Question number 4.
All right, from the 314, how attractive is the Atlanta Braves managerial position compared to the others available? I would think high on the list, but other teams technically had better records this past year.
I don't care about the records at all, for that matter. One thing the Atlanta Braves have done is they have put together a pretty good team. They got some good young players. Did they have a bad season? Yes. But they're also a team that's not afraid to spend some money. So if I'm a manager right now, the Padres is a hell of a gig for obvious reasons. They got a really good squad coming off a pretty good season as well. Beautiful area to live. A lot of positives there. I personally love Atlanta. Certainly the suburbs are awesome. Great spot to raise a family. Great place to live. It is a busy city, but they are spending lots of money on their players. The manager's probably going to get a good deal. They want to be a good team. The commitment is there from ownership. As you can see, they've committed a lot of money to players, kind of a little bit sight unseen for some of them. I would love the Braves job.
I would too. The free agents for the Braves coming up: Marcell Ozuna, Raisel Iglesias, Jerickson Profar, and Ha-Seong Kim. Those are the free agents. Now, there's some decent pieces there, and Marcell Ozuna has been fantastic for them. But you can find another DH if you want to move on. Otherwise, your core is in place. This is an organization that is willing to spend. From a international standpoint, in terms of like them finding international pieces, they've done so consistently. I think the Braves job is absolutely attractive. Is it as attractive as the San Diego gig? Yeah, absolutely. Because while you do have to deal with the Phillies, you don't have to deal with the Dodgers in that division. You don't have to deal with San Diego in the well, you would be San Diego in that case. But the Giants are trying to spend. They did last season with Willie Adames.
But you got to deal with the Mets if you're the Braves.
That's true. All right, so scratch the division. You're right. Division's probably even.
Yeah.
But still, again, all my other points about the organization, how it operates, how it drafts, how it scouts, all there. And it's willing to spend money. It wants to be competitive. So, yes, it is an attractive job.
Question number 5.
This is from the 314, claiming to be Chaim Bloom. Says, Dear Fastlane, what risky move would you like me to make first? Trade away young, promising talent, or give young talent a chance? Sincerely, Chaim Bloom.
If I'm actually being serious about this question, it would be giving all of your young talent a chance. Because whatever the reason, Jordan Walker hasn't worked out the way you think, but he's still a young guy. Play him, play Gorman, play Sajasi, play all your young guys. Get the pitchers up here. Let's see what you got. And especially, too, I think it holds true for any one person who takes over a company, a business, or what?
Your microphone made it. Sound like a
It's my
dolphin.
shoulder. But just the same holds true if you take over any business or company or whatever, is you want to see what you have internally before you worry about externally. Because you may have the right pieces that are just in the wrong spots or not being used correctly, and then you may not, and then and then you can go out. If you go and get rid of young players right away, even though we think we know what they have, I don't know. I'd rather just see. I thought it should happen last year. They claimed it was going to happen. It didn't really.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. They put their toe in the water. They didn't really jump in. I'd like to see a bunch of young pitchers up next year, guys that are on the cusp, guys that have been marinating long enough at AAA. Get those guys in the mix. Let's see what you got here.
Absolutely. I'm with you.
Agreed.
Figure out a good plan so you're not overworking those guys, especially the pitchers. Otherwise, youth movement. Let's go.
A real youth move.
A real youth movement.
Not that thing you did last year. Not tell us, we're going to go in a youth direction, and then you're the same people.
Liar.
Yeah.
And then you only have 2 guys under the age of 24 in the lineup.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't believe you.
Question number 6.
From the 618, this is a question for Jamie, but is there a reason in hockey why most goalie glove, while the goalies, their glove is left hand? Is it like catchers in baseball, or is there a different reason?
That's like a lot of people, most people in baseball catch with their left hand. Most people. You look around a baseball diamond, you get the odd guy who's a right-handed catching guy or a lefty thrower. So hockey is just like baseball. Mm-hmm. If you catch a baseball with your left hand and a baseball glove, you're going to catch that way. There are, 3 or 4 goalies in the National Hockey League that catch the other way. There's no real reason for it. I think it's just kind of the way you're wired, because most people are right-handed. So that means you throw the ball with your right hand. So in hockey, most kids are catching baseballs in Canada and maybe not all over the world, but they already established their catching hand. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah.
There's no science to it.
All right, we have a returning Gauntlet challenger. After beating me yesterday, Joe's back. Is it Joe?
Jack.
Joe was before Jack.
It's fine.
Joe was 2 days ago. Jack, I beat Joe, lost to Jack.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know Jack.
Well,
no, you know him. You met him yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
You know him.
Gauntlet next on 101 ESPN.
Cheap, fun.
Let's get dirty. Going to be an awesome weekend starting tomorrow night. Got a little get-together going on at the Rivers House. I already got onto my Dirt Cheap Rewards app, placed my order, and I'm going to pick it up on my way home. That's how easy it is. Just download the Dirt Cheap Rewards app and start saving immediately. They've got specials that they run on the app. They've got raffles for select bourbons that are on there. A lot of great things, and all you have to do is just download the app, and then when you get to the store, you punch in your phone number, and it goes right towards your savings. It is an awesome feature over there at Dirt Cheap. And if we're talking about the product, they've got everything in store. Dirt Cheap is about the price, not the product. I just picked up a couple of really nice bottles of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, you did.
Awesome bourbon. It's going to look great in the bar and also over a nice ice sphere. Oh, can almost taste it. That's what they do over at Dirt Cheap. They get you excited to enjoy your time with friends, family, and sporting events, just pretty much anything out there. So please stop by any location. Tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in. You can also stop by the website, cheapcheapfunfun.com. Again, that's cheapcheapfunfun.com. Remember to have fun out there, but please, everybody, be careful.
warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
404, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. After knocking me off yesterday in random first round, Jack is back for round 2. What's up, Jack?
Not much. How's it going?
Well, you beat me yesterday. I'm not feeling too good about it. But glad you're back, Jack. Glad you're back. All right, would you like to take on Marsh, CD, or Jamie in round 2?
I'll go with Carey today.
Carey Davis.
Good luck, Jack.
Thanks. You too, Carey.
All right, Carey's going to go into the cone of silence. You're going to tell Andrew Marsh to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, Marshy.
All right, I was in the cone of silence yesterday, so I didn't hear this part. What are you hoping for?
He wanted random.
Rando?
Carey, anything but football. I probably doomed myself there, but anything but football.
Oh, wow. Well, Jack, how do you feel about back-to-back random?
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
All right.
All right, well, you know how this works. You're going to get 4 random questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. So you won yesterday in random. You kind of wanted it again. You ready to rock?
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
All right, question 1. In 1968, Evel Knievel performed perhaps his most famous stunt. Where? Where did he perform said stunt?
You know what? I'm gonna want the options on this one just to make sure. So options, please.
All right, your options are the Great Pyramids of Egypt, the Grand Canyon, or the Caesars Palace Hotel in Las Vegas.
Thinking Grand Canyon, so I'll go Grand Canyon. Final answer.
Okay.
All right, Jack, question 2. As of June, the top 5 solar-powered producing states were California, Texas, Florida, Arizona, and which other state?
Options, please.
Okay. Is it North Carolina, Oklahoma, or Nebraska?
Wow. Go with Nebraska. Final answer.
Question number 3. The world's largest beaver dam can be found in Wood Buffalo National Park. In which of the 10 Canadian provinces?
Let's see. We'll just go with British Columbia. Final answer.
All right, last question. Which of our nation's amendments was ratified on February 27th, 1951, restricting presidents to 2 terms?
Ooh. I'll take the options, please.
Was it the 22nd, the 24th, or the 25th?
I'll go with 24th. Final answer.
All right. Let's bring back Carey from the Cone of Silence. Jack, how you feeling?
Not good. Not good. No, those are tough.
I agree. All right, CD is coming back from the Cone of Silence. He's about to plug in his earbuds. How was it, CD?
It was good. We were in there talking. We had a question. Jamie, do they celebrate Halloween in Canada?
Yeah, in fact, Carey, a strange thing is we have cable and electricity, too.
Listen, man. I know you all
guys,
have different holidays, man.
You're not using candles anymore?
The only reason that was asked, because if it's Game 7, I don't know if they celebrate Halloween. I'm not a Canadian. But if there's a Game 7,
you aren't now, that's for sure.
Mike Ryder said nobody's getting any candy on Friday.
People get lots of candy.
Not during Game 7, they won't.
They will be. They'll be out singing, okay,
Blue Jays.
I was just about to say OKC, like the Thunder.
Okay,
I don't know.
whatever.
It was just kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, we have Halloween, Kerr. We have Thanksgiving. We celebrate Christmas. We have Easter. All of this.
What holiday just passed? Wasn't it just a holiday that just passed?
What?
Their Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving.
Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well, it's two
I said
different
we have
countries, though.
Thanksgiving.
It ain't the same day. I don't know.
Can't be, because when they came over to discover the land, they hit Canada first. Then they went down the St. Lawrence River into upstate New York, northeastern part of the United States. Would you like me to help you through this,
I
Kerry?
appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Note to self.
If you
don't-
came here to offend me, what?
That's that question.
Note to self.
Oh, game
You
6
gotta
is
be
Friday.
better, Kerry.
Game 6 is Friday. So,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Game 7 Saturday.
Yeah. Either
Yeah,
way.
but we have Saturdays up in Canada, too, by the
Do
way,
you?
just in case you're wondering.
Not a 6-day week?
No, we call it Saturday, just like here.
Interesting.
Or is it Saturday?
Yeah.
No, it's Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
Hey.
Saturday.
All right, Kerry, let's focus here, huh?
All right.
You got random.
Oh, well, just give me some random facts. Thank you. Maybe I can use it.
Well, you might.
All right. Not at all.
Probably not, no.
Okay.
Question 1. Jamie.
Oh, pack a lunch.
In 1968, Evel Knievel performed perhaps his most famous stunt. Where?
You need the state, the city.
The place, it's
I feel like it was the Grand Canyon. But I'm thinking 68, you said?
1968.
Sounds like a Grand Canyon thing. But I don't know what year that was. I know it was something at Las Vegas. I think that was much later. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go with the Grand Canyon.
Question 2. The final answer?
Final answer, sorry.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Question 2. As of June, the top 5 solar power producing states were California, Texas, Florida, Arizona, and which other state?
California, Florida, Texas, Arizona. It's got to be a sunny state, I would assume. Maybe not. Hell, I don't think it'd make much sense to have it into. You know what? Options. Options, please.
North Carolina, Oklahoma, or Nebraska?
Nebraska feels like the odd man out. And it feels like a perfect answer. Nebraska. Lock it in.
Final answer?
Final answer. That's what lock it in means.
No, you gotta
weren't
say
here that
final
day.
answer. It's in the bylaws.
No, you weren't here that day.
There was
I was here
another
that
day that one of you guys weren't here. We talked about Nick Saban. Anyways, question number 3.
I wasn't here that day.
The world's largest beaver dam can be found in Wood Buffalo National Park. In which of the 10 Canadian provinces?
Oh, hell.
Yeah. Don't you wish you knew Canada a little bit better now, huh, buddy? And they celebrate Halloween there, by the way.
I don't even know the provinces.
Oh, God.
Is Quebec a province? Options.
It's Quebec province.
Options are Quebec.
Ah!
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn.
Options are British Columbia,
I knew that one.
Manitoba, or Alberta.
Can you read the question one more time, sir?
The
Not that it
world's
matters.
largest beaver dam can be found in Wood Buffalo National Park. In which of the 10 Canadian provinces? Options are British Columbia, Manitoba, or Alberta.
Let's go Alberta. Final answer.
Where do you think Alberta's located?
Somewhere between, like, we're over Michigan and Buffalo area. It's a guess.
Okay.
I know British Columbia is west, I think. Hell, I don't know, man.
As I watched you with your hands as you were placing
That's why I
it,
did that.
and
I
where you
did that.
placed Alberta was very interesting.
Right there.
Ah,
Yeah, not there, but right there.
Not
Okay.
here or here so much, but right here.
We know the Battle of Alberta is the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah. So I was
Question
thinking.
4.
Question 4. Which of our nation's amendments was ratified on February 27th, 1951, restricting presidents to 2 terms?
Oh, I should know that one. It had been, which of the amendments?
been a hot topic lately.
I know. Options.
22nd, 24th, 25th.
Ugh. Hell if I know, man. 20-second final answer.
This guy.
You didn't like what I was doing with my hands?
No. I'll tell you later.
All right. Let's go over these. As of June, the top 5 solar power producing states were California, Texas, Florida, Arizona, and you both took the options. You both went with the outlier, Nebraska. Correct answer is
North Carolina.
Go ahead and raise up, take your shirt off. Swing around your
Go Carolina.
All right, so we got a 0-0 tie here. In 1968, Evel Knievel performed perhaps his most famous stunt. Where? With the options, Jack chose the Grand Canyon. Without the options, Carey chose the Grand Canyon. Correct answer is...
It's Caesar's Palace Hotel in Las Vegas.
Damn it!
He jumped over the fountains. You know, remember what happened
Vegas.
there? Yeah, he fractured his skull.
Yes, I said Vegas or Grand Canyon.
You were there.
I knew it. Damn it, man.
You did really good, Carey. Just not good enough.
Yeah.
So we have a 0-0 tie.
Settle.
Which of our nation's amendments was ratified on February 27th, 1951, restricting presidents to 2 terms? Carey, with the options, went with the 22nd Amendment.
Yes.
Jack, with the options, went with the 24th Amendment. Correct answer is...
Double deuce, 22nd.
Carey on the board. Carey is up 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes down to this.
Wait for Carey's geography.
The world's largest beaver dam can be found in Wood Buffalo National Park. In which of the 10 Canadian provinces? Carey, with the options, went with Alberta. Jack, without the options, went with BC, otherwise known as British Columbia, which was read off by Andrew Marsh as an option. Your options were British Columbia, Manitoba, and Alberta. If it's Alberta or Manitoba, Carey Davis wins. If it's British Columbia, Jack wins because he didn't use the options. Jack.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose.
Jamie, correct answer is?
It's Alberta. Well, look at the map, Carey. By the way, Missouri's right about here, where my cursor is. You were like... you were pointing to Ontario.
Yeah, I knew British Columbia was all the way over there.
Yeah, but Alberta was out there.
Yeah, I was wrong. Thanks.
Jack, I'm sorry, man. You got you 2-0 today. That was a tough one.
Yeah, that was tough. Carey, well done. Well done.
Job, Jack.
Brutal. Thanks, guys. You have a good one.
You too, Jack.
See you, buddy.
Thank you,
Bye,
man.
Jack.
Take care.
Bye.
Nice job there, Carey. Well done, my man. Carey Davis.
I was wondering why you were laughing at me.
It's just because you were like, you were pointing to Ontario. And
So in my mind, I knew British Columbia was west. Like, I know that's
So's
like
Alberta.
Vancouver. I didn't know that. I put Alberta in the middle over here. Yeah. Because then he said Buffalo. I was like, oh, yeah, it's got to be over there by Buffalo. Hell.
Is it possible to jump the Grand Canyon?
Probably not.
You can jump parts
There's
of it.
parts of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not the entire
He did
thing.
do a jump.
He did.
If you have a helicopter.
Well, someone texted in saying that he never jumped the Grand Canyon. He jumped Snake River Canyon, but his son jumped a little section of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Well, what's his son's name?
Evil
Knievel.
Junior.
Junior.
Yeah.
You
That's
guys ever been on the
Pure
Evil Knievel?
Knievel.
the ride.
Yeah.
I've been on the Evil
I don't think so.
I had a little toy when I was a kid. It was an Evil Knievel on a motorcycle, and it had a little thing that you put inside the little bike, and you'd zip, you pull, and it'd
And
get
you
the
take
wheel
off.
going really
Oh,
fast.
yeah.
And then he had a little jump, and so you'd set up your own little Evil Knievel jump.
Sure.
You sure you don't have Duke Kaboom?
Yeah,
he was
that's basically-
Canadian. You know, you're not allowed to have the American things.
Right.
No, we do. It's
Duke
amazing.
Kaboom, same idea.
No.
Yeah.
No. I
That's the
didn't-
Canadian version.
My Canadian history.
Gary, the fact that you don't know the provinces, man. Like,
Listen,
Well,
I knew British Columbia was west.
I got to call the University of Illinois. I got to see what's going on here. You know, I will say this, in fairness to
Canadian geography.
In Canada, in the second or third grade, we have a test in geography to where not only do we have to know where all the Canadian provinces are, we have a blank U.S. map and all the states. We have to know where all of the states are.
Wait, blank U.S.?
No,
That's your problem.
It's a blank piece of paper with all the states. And we have to know where all the states are. And like when you get to the Northeast, like Rhode Island and all that, it gets a little tricky, you know, it's always a little difficult for us Canadian kids.
For the American kids, too. Trust me.
Well,
me too.
Yeah.
Now, when
we know where they are.
For Canadian Halloween, do you guys give out like maple syrup bottles and all that stuff?
Mostly beer, maple syrup.
For the kids?
Oh, yeah, they're fine. Well, they get light beer. It's not so heavy for them.
Nice.
My grandpa used to say.
Labatt Blue Light.
Right.
My grandpa used to say, because we're Native American or First Nations up in Canada, he'd say, you know what a Indian's favorite colors are? I was like, I don't know. He goes, blue and blue light.
Nice.
Beer.
Way to go. Way to go.
Yeah. All right.
Let's bet the board next on 101 ESPN.
Go get grandpa beer.
Imagine getting paid for your NFL hunches. Well, Underdog is going to do that. You just got to sign up. I got the bonus feature for you here in a second. But if you love the NFL, you love watching football, and you love looking for certain key matchups that have value, Underdog is perfect for you. You could play right here in our state of Missouri. Playing an Underdog is easy. You just choose whether or not certain players are going to go higher or lower on their stats. And they've got it all. They've got rushing yards, receiving yards, receptions, quarterback statistics, even got some defensive statistics for you, and fantasy stats overall. So, for example, if you like Mark Andrews tonight in the Ravens-Dolphins game to go higher than 6.95 fantasy points, great, go higher on him. Maybe you like Devon Achane to have a big rushing game. 56.5 rushing yards. You go higher for that total. But again, playing on Underdog, super easy. Download the app today. Sign up using my promo code Anthony to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. Again, that promo code is Anthony. Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older in present Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play. Get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.nspgambling.org. It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time to play Bet the Board. Marsh, what are our latest standings?
All right, I'm in the lead with 15 points.
Atta baby.
Jamie has 14, Carey with 13, and Anthony, you have 10.
And tomorrow's the last day.
Tomorrow's the last day.
Oh, wow. I totally forgot about that. Oh, and it's a Freedom Friday. And it's Halloween in Canada.
Sure is, Jamie.
Okay. Marsh, you're up.
I'm looking at the Carolina Hurricanes and New York Islanders game tonight. Give me the Hurricanes over 3.5 goals for their team total. And that is at minus 140.
Is it me?
Yes.
Give me Vancouver Canucks, St. Louis Blues. I'll take the over in the first period. 1.5. It's at minus 125.
Wow. This is ridiculous. This football thing is kind of terrible. Anthony?
Yes.
Give me a second.
Okay.
You want to go?
Sure.
Nah. No, go ahead.
I'll take the over 51.5 in the Ravens-Dolphins game. I think the Ravens should put up plenty of points with Lamar coming back, and the Dolphins are not playing in freezing temperatures. They're playing at home. So I think they'll be fine from an offensive standpoint, too. Over 51.5. A lot of points, but I like it.
Give me Devon Achane over 50 yards rushing, minus 148.
Okay. See him having a big game, do you?
I mean, I don't know.
Could be one run.
Could be. He's pretty fast.
You could have 8 carries for 65 yards. One of them came on a 45-yard run.
He really is. That's like, yeah, hit or miss.
It really is good, guys.
Yeah.
And gals.
Last week's enter Tee It Up with TMA giveaway. It's presented by Michelob Ultra. You ready to hit the fairway with the crew from the morning after? One lucky winner and a guest will score a free round of golf with Tim and Jackson of the morning after at Fox Run Golf Club. It's your chance to hang out and enjoy a laid-back round with Tim and Jackson. Just use the code SWING to get entered to win now, either at 101ESPN.com or on the 101 mobile app. You must be 21 to enter. The Tee It Up with TMA giveaway is courtesy of Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. Boy, you wouldn't run out of topics when talking to Jackson and Tim McKernan on a golf course. Jackson knows his ball. He knows his movies.
Yeah.
Tim, well-versed in all things. If you're a Mizzou fan, Tim will talk your ear off about the Mizzou Tigers if you'd like. Should be a good time.
Oh, yeah, you have a great time with those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Mm-hmm.
Two really good guys.
You think they play well?
Yes.
Or do you think
I'm sure they do.
They're
I'm
good
sure
golfers.
Tim's. Yeah.
I know they're both good golfers.
I don't know about Jackson's game, but I know Tim
played with
golfs a
him.
lot.
I play with Jackson.
Jackson's a real deal.
He's good.
Yeah. Better basketball player or better golfer?
I've never seen him play basketball.
He talks a real good game as far as basketball, but nobody that I know has ever seen him actually play. So I can't say yes or no. I'm not saying he isn't. Nobody's ever seen him play. But he walks around here like he's LeBron. He even said he said he would beat anybody.
Nah,
he did. He said that.
Really?
He said he's the best basketball player at 101.
I would think Kerry Davis would be.
I used to be a hooper.
I know.
Anthony, you've seen me train him.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got a good shot. Yeah, and you rebound.
Do I ever?
I used to be a hooper.
In life and on the court.
We should challenge the TMA crew. Well,
yeah. We're 4-4.
That Doug Vaughn's probably slippery.
He probably is.
4-4.
He's into some of those things.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be interesting.
4-on-4? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if they like that.
Although
if Jackson's so good, he can compensate for everybody.
That's true. I'm not good at basketball, so.
Yeah, but you play hard.
Absolutely.
I've seen you.
Yeah. I'll crash the glass.
Yeah, you will with your face.
Boards. Yeah, absolutely.
Marshy, are you a hooper?
I used to be when I say used to be, I played like knockout and stuff with my friends, but
I used to play that too.
I was never.
That's a different game.
It's different.
It's a different game.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I would say I'm not a good hooper. But if I get in a rhythm, though, I can hit some shots.
All right, so we might have a game on our hands here then.
I like it.
Called the 101 Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Then midday there, BK Alex Tanner claims to be a baller, too. Tanner said he would beat Jackson.
I think Tanner said he would beat Jackson. If Tanner was in his heyday, he said he would beat Jackson in one-on-one
None of us
game.
are in our heyday anymore, so.
Yeah.
Marsh, maybe.
Yeah, even Marsh is bordering, like, exiting the heyday here. He's almost 30.
He's approaching it.
It's approaching
whether or
His
not he
birthday's
wants
in
to
March.
admit it.
It is. So is yours, Anthony.
As is yours. As is yours, Kerry.
Kerry, yours is too.
Jamie also has a birthday in May, too.
Yeah, it depends. If
Celebrates his birthday in May.
It's his Canadian birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
And we do celebrate birthdays in Canada.
That's
It's
awesome,
every
man.
year, too.
Really?
It's awesome, yeah.
That's fun.
I'm going to get a list of things we do in Canada. Make sure Kerry gets it.
Marsh has got what's trending next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. Your St. Louis Blues are in action tonight, taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. The Blue Jays took care of business last night in L.A. They beat the Dodgers 6-1. We'll have Game 6 for you right here on 101 ESPN tomorrow. Pregame starts at 6 with the first pitch at 7 o'clock. We have What's Trending coming up next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, the reason why I went with the Carolina Hurricanes tonight to score 4 goals is because Matthew Barzal, one of the best players on the New York Islanders, is a healthy scratch tonight. This is something Jamie brought to my attention. Patrick Waugh decided to not play the New York Islander forward. And that's because he was late. Can't show up late, gentlemen. He said he was late this morning here. That's the culture of our team, and we made the decision not to play him tonight. Now, Carey, something you brought up before is punish the player, not the team.
Yeah, man.
Which would include a fine of some sorts.
Hit his pockets.
Do you guys agree with this decision? I know it's more of a New York Islander thing, but just in general, as a whole, Jamie, what do you guys think?
If you have a culture problem, I think this is a good way to go about it. You tell the rest of the team that nobody's above it, and you're trying to reestablish a culture that you're not going to tolerate any player of any ilk being late. I also understand Mike Tomlin's viewpoint on the situation where you're not going to punish the team. However, that's one game. That's one game a week in football as opposed to 82 for the NHL. A lot more opportunities to show up late. If you allow a little leeway, I don't think that's smart. So I'm good with it. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm good with it too. And for me, they've played 9 games this year, so this will be game 10 tonight. He'll miss 1 game. If that 1 game impacts the entire season, then your team wasn't what it was supposed to be anyways.
Very true.
They must have something going on there because they're last place in their division. They've only got 9 points. They've played 9 games, last place in their division, in the Metropolitan Division. So maybe it's a bit of a message to one of, if not his best player on the team, that you're not above the team. And Patrick Waugh, like I said to Marshy, it's a little different sometimes, like who the punishment comes from. Because if it's, let's just say, I don't know, any coach, Dave Muse or whatever in Pittsburgh.
I was just actually going to bring his name up.
The guy looks like he should balance your checkbook and not coach a hockey team. But he's at the Penguins, by the way, playing great hockey, so he must know something. But
it beat the Blues.
What I'm saying is, if it came from a coach that, I don't know, maybe doesn't have the resume, you'd be kind of pissed, But Patrick Waugh, what he did is he tied it into his own personal experience. One, he's a Hall of Fame goalie, one of the greatest goaltenders to ever play the game. But he's like, hey, same thing happened to me in Colorado. So think about that for a second. He established himself as an all-star as a Montreal Canadian. So at the height of his career, he got traded to Colorado. Won a Stanley Cup the very first year he's there. And then he was late for something, and they scratched him. They didn't play him for 2 games. That's Patrick Waugh. So now he told that to Barzal, Matthew Barzal. Say, hey, I went through the same thing in Colorado. I was late. I missed 2 games. It's not the culture we're building here, Right. When you hear it from somebody like that, you're like, you're still pissed, but you're like, I don't know, if they benched him, I mean, okay.
Yeah, I don't really have much.
I can't really say anything.
No.
Yeah.
Gary, what do you think?
No, I agree. I think I obviously 16 games versus 82 games or 162 games. Like it's vastly different. you miss one game in football, that could be, that really could cost you a season or a playoff seeding. But I do agree, if you are trying to establish the culture or trying to make an example out of somebody and you bench your best player, one of your better players, I think everybody's going to get the memo and say, oh, hey. And I don't know about you, Jay. I think I was late to one meeting my entire time, both in college and in the NFL. So, and I would assume that if you go straight to suspension, this is probably not the first meeting that he's been late to.
Or first player.
Or first player.
Maybe
right?
It's becoming something that's kind of,
Guys showing up 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. Again, it depends on who you're playing, who you are. They said Lawrence Taylor would fall asleep in the meeting. Have you ever heard those stories about Lawrence Taylor?
Oh, I've heard so many Lawrence Taylor stories. And
he'd cut the lights off. He'd be in there snoring.
Yeah.
And they wake him up.
They'd call a play on defense. He'd just do whatever the hell he wanted.
Yeah. And
to the quarterback.
Great.
And he would end up making the play.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where the defensive coordinator's like, I'm going to call the defense, and LT's just going to do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
It's like that sometimes.
That's amazing.
But, no. Set an
to be
example.
that gifted.
Yeah.
As a professional athlete, could you text one of the coaches and be like, hey, man, I'm stuck in traffic, or I've had this going on? Like, it's not like it's a reoccurring thing, but you text in advance, like, there's a chance that I might be late here. Does that fly?
It would, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. If you take initiative like 30 minutes before you're supposed to be there, and you're like, look, dude,
bad accident.
My kid got sick at school. I got to run, get my kid. My wife is getting the other child over here, or a bad accident, or a flat tire, like whatever it is. Coaches would be like, that's fine. This did not happen here.
Right.
I guarantee it. This is where he overslept, got into the meeting late. Because coaches aren't just asses to be asses, especially with one of their best players. I had it happen to me. I've told the story several times where I woke up and I was like, oh my God. It was like
panic.
30 minutes to be on the ice, and I live 45 minutes away in New York. And I called the trainers, and I didn't call the coaches because I knew they'd call BS on that, the late call. I called the trainers, had them move all my equipment into a different room because they could come in the back door and go into this little room. I could get dressed and come out like I was already there, like getting dressed. They'd cut my laces, so they would put my skates on, like the laces burst. So all I had to do was get onto the ice on time, and I did. I managed to get, the guys took their time. They were slow, and the coaches were kind of waiting. But I got on the ice just in the nick of time, and I mean, my feet were wobbling because my skates had no laces in them. And I took a little bit of a half lap, and then we did something like a blow on the whistle, go hard, So I took a hard stride and went flying into the boards on purpose. And the coach is like, what the hell? And I'm like, something wrong with my skate. He didn't really look down. He's like, oh, okay, keep the play. I have no laces in them. So then I went to the bench trainer, gives me lace. I lace up my skates, and away we go. Avoided a fine, avoided suspension.
Yeah.
I don't advise it, though.
Kids don't do that.
I don't. I was practice. I was never late for a game. I always got to the games early. Really early.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. That's Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie was reminded of something with the 18-inning loss for the Blue Jays that applies to one of the local teams here. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Selling your house is tough. Selling your house can be really tricky, especially if you don't really know what you're doing, or maybe it's been a while since you've had to sell a home and you don't understand the market or the price range of your home or just any of the improvements that you may have to make. Quit worrying about it. Pick up the phone, call Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria's going to walk you through the entire process. She's going to sit down with you and, talk about what maybe your home needs to sell quickly, because what looks good sometimes sells good. And then she's going to talk about the price of your home. And a big mistake that a lot of people make is they overprice their home. They think, well, I'm going to ask a lot of money for this, and I'll get more money that way. No, it just sits on the market longer because people know exactly what the price range is for your home, and then it takes longer for you to sell your home. Gloria Liu makes sure that she prices your home to sell quickly, but also for the most money that you can possibly make. But you got to do something first. You got to call her. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
ESPN, Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, Jamie Rivers, and Anthony Stalter. So Jamie had a thought when listening to some Toronto radio today. Oh, yeah, you had a thought, Jamie.
I did.
Well done, my friend. You were listening to some Toronto radio this morning, and
I was listening to a lot of different things, but yes, I was.
But you were listening to how the Blue Jays manager Schneider was talking about the 18-inning loss.
Yeah.
And how that may have actually propelled them to win in Game 4 and maybe even Game 5. And that got you thinking about something else.
Yeah, so it was weird listening to it because even we talked about it the following day, and Carey specifically said, oh, yeah, that's what bad. They broke their backs. You know, the Dodgers going to roll now. They didn't. But anyways, it could have been something that emotionally just ruins your team. You battle that hard, 18 innings, you lose to the Dodgers, and you got 2 more games in L.A. following that. Like,
yeesh.
Could have been a heartbreaker more than it already was. And so what the Blue Jays manager talked about is how he and his staff got together and how they wanted to use it as motivation. said, instead of looking at it like, heartbreaker, we lost, how about we just took the best team in baseball? It took them 18 innings to beat us. And we had some guys that were hurt. We had other things going on. We're right there, boys. It took that team 18 innings to beat us, and now they're out of it. They're out of juice. We've got them where we want them. So that's what he was conveying. It sparked something in my brain, which is, it's not apples to apples, but the heartbreak probably the same. When Freddie Freeman hit that home run, the heartbreak in the dugout for the Blue Jays was real. Some guys sat there and stared off into the distance for 10, 15 minutes after the game was over. It reminded me of something. It reminded me of the hand pass goal in the 2019 Stanley Cup run where the San Jose Sharks player clearly passed the puck with his hand and then they scored in overtime. Mm-hmm. And the initial reaction from the players was anger. Braden Shen smashing his stick on the glass. They're chasing the referees off the ice. The entire Enterprise Center losing their mind, all that stuff. Moments after the game, not the next day, didn't have the opportunity to, moments, Craig Berube and the players all said that, not worried about it. They made the call. It was a goal. We lost the game. We got to refocus. They gave no oxygen to it at all.
Yeah.
And we will forever, and including the players, will forever look back and think that that right there was the turning point in the entire playoff run. Because what should have been the backbreaker, a goal that was scored illegally, and in the Blue Jays case, a home run off Freddie Freeman in 18 innings, it ended up being the catalyst for the Blues. And following that 18 innings, it feels like the way they've spun it in that clubhouse has got the Blue Jays playing a higher level of baseball. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you guys can remember anything else, like in your personal career, Carey, or if you guys remember anything from watching to where something similar like this, where a team has taken a, we'll call it negative or bad bounce or unlucky, word however you want, a heartbreaking moment and rallied behind it.
First thing that came to mind was Tim Tebow when they lost. I don't remember who they lost to early in the season, and they came back and ended up winning the national championship. He had the whole quote, and they posted it outside the, you'll never see a team play as hard as you'll never see a player play as hard as I play. I forget who they lost to, but I remember that was like a huge turning point for their season, and they took that to go on and win the national championship. So sometimes in defeat, you can, use that to propel you to the success that you need. And I said it the day after they won Game 4, I believe, like how impressive it was for the Blue Jays to win that game, because you had the heartbreaking loss of an 18-inning game where you play your butt off. You play all night long. You play 2 games, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And you're running down on fumes. You lose. And then you got to go to bed and think about all of the things you wish you could. The managers thinking about, oh, man, I shouldn't have done that. Players are like, if I would have done this, or if I don't go home on that situation, maybe Vlad drives. Like, all of those things are playing on repeat in your mind over and over and over again. And you show up the next night and you beat the hell out of the Dodgers, the team that you just took to 18 innings. So it can propel you to have success if you use it in the right way.
Ole Miss.
Was it Ole Miss? Okay.
Yeah, they lost 31-30. 31-30.
Yeah.
And then he gave the promise speech. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is, I think, too, it goes to the bigger point about managing, coaching, leadership.
Yeah.
How can you keep your team? How can you take a really bad situation and use it to galvanize everybody? Because you're all in the same boat.
It's not easy to do it.
No, it's not. Craig Berube made it look easy, fortunately. Schneider so far, and we'll see if the Blue Jays win it.
Yeah, they haven't done it yet.
They haven't done it yet, but if they do win it, not easy. He's made it look easy. How can you turn an absolutely disheartening, potentially like season-threatening situation and turn it into a moment where you galvanize everybody? Yeah. Because there's a wide range of emotions in a locker room or a clubhouse. 5 guys might be inspired by it. 5 may have ice in their veins and they're moving on. 5 might be distraught. 5 people's confidence might be destroyed, and you have to galvanize everybody. So I do think that goes to the bigger sense of leadership.
Well, and I think that we talked about, Albert interviewing with Padres, 9-hour interview, and I talked following that about how teams now are looking for managers/coaches that are great at building groups of people that pull together, leadership. What do they view as leadership and all those things? I think the one thing we didn't ask in that conversation, or we didn't talk about in that conversation, that I know to be true for a fact, and I think you guys will know this too, because Anthony, Carey and I may have coached at some higher levels, but coaching children is certainly one of the most challenging things. And I'll say this.
It's rewarding too, though.
It is, but yeah. I'll say this, and it will make sense of everything here in a second. If you're a head coach of a team, whether it's a professional team, high school, or children, you have to have a really good amount of salesmen in you. Because you are selling kids on the idea of listening to you. When you're telling them about a play or how to do something, you have to sell it to them. If you don't successfully sell them on the idea, they don't buy in. And so as you get older and older and older, where I'm headed with this is Craig Berube was a salesman in that moment. He sold the guys on this moment here. You remember this moment. This will be the reason we win this series. This will be the reason we prevail. And John Schneider, same thing. Remember this. Remember this feeling. That's what he said on the things. I told the guys, remember this feeling. We don't ever want to feel that again. Yeah. We have our moment in the future to end the game. We're going to end the game on our own terms. And so there is a good portion of salesmen that has to go into coaching, no matter what level it is.
And you're right. You have to, but it's not done.
And it's not BS sales.
No, it's not. And then that leads to my point. It can't be done in that moment. It has to be the lead up to that moment. They have to have already bought in. They have to already believe. And
they have to trust you.
Yes. And maybe their confidence has shaken, but the belief has already been there from day one with you, because you have shown them you will get something great out of this. This is the direction we're heading in as a team. And you get this soul-crushing moment. But in that moment, if you can also turn that into a positive and say, hey, like Berube said, or like Schneider said, this is the moment that's going to propel us. They'll be talking about this when we win it all. That belief comes back, confidence comes back, and away you go. It is remarkable. It does show the resiliency thus far of the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah. It's highly impressive. And I thought they were done.
And
I did.
It's what they've built. Since Schneider's taken over, the Blue Jays in the offseason, I know, were very, very specific in the type of team they wanted to build. And it involved a lot of character players. And that's what they've done here. And those guys are coming through. And then in situations like that, it's not hard to sell them on the idea of something that they already believe.
Absolutely. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Kerry Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Week 9 NFL Pick'em Challenge. We'll go through some of our picks for this weekend. That's next on 101 ESPN. You got 2 days to head out to Auto Center's Nissan Herculaneum and take advantage of the Scary Good Deals event. It's all going down in Herculaneum. They've got over 1,000 new and used vehicles all in one location. So no running around town, no lot hopping, no gimmicks, just the biggest selection in St. Louis. Plus, all new Nissans are backed by a complimentary lifetime warranty and a 30-day return promise. Here's the Scary Good Deals event. Here's the logistics. Right now, you can drive home a brand new 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. If you haven't checked out the new Muranos, the 2025 Muranos, you're going to love the redesign. It's awesome. They got those 3 vehicles right now at Auto Centers. No money down, 0% APR for 60 months, and no payments for 3 months. That's right. No tricks, just scary good treats at Auto Centers Nissan. If you already own a Nissan, bring it in for service, and your first oil change is free, even if you didn't buy from Auto Center. So make sure that you head down to Herculaneum, just minutes from South County. Check out the selection at Auto Centers Nissan. You can check them out online, too, at autocentersnissan.com. When you do head to Herculaneum, tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan.
to Pick'em. It's the Fast Lane Football Pick'em Challenge on 101 ESPN.
Refreshed by Bud Light, official beer of the NFL. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly.
Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Our Week 9 Pick'em goes tonight, or starts tonight, as the Ravens take on the Miami Dolphins. Lamar Jackson returns for the Ravens. So I'm assuming, guys, that everybody's on the Ravens here on Team Fastlane.
Yes.
All right. One interesting matchup, at least on the surface, or given the point spread, is the Bears and the Bengals. Bears are on the road, coming off a struggling performance against the aforementioned Ravens, but with Joe Flacco questionable to play.
Yeah, bad shoulder on the old guy.
Yeah.
He's no Carson Wentz.
Oh.
If Jake Browning starts, I'm all over the Bears. I can't back Jake Browning in a bad defense. If it's Flacco, it might be a different story, but can't do it. I got the Bears in this one.
And the Bears look so discombobulated last week. I almost hate myself for picking them, but
I got shot in the butt for it.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to go with the Bears just because the Bengals, I mean, they're even more puzzling than the Bears are at times. And without Joe Flacco, like you said, we don't know for sure yet, but it seems questionable. I mean, if Kevin O'Connell's a coach, we're rolling Flacco out for sure. There's no doubt about that, but he's not.
Right.
I go with the Bears for this one.
I got the Bears as well. I'm in the same mindset as both of you guys. If Flacco plays, if I know nothing else about Joe Flacco, he's going to throw the ball to Jamar Chase.
Try.
He's not looking anywhere else. I got that guy on my team. Yeah, I'm going to give him the ball. So maybe Jake Browning learned something in these couple of weeks where he got to watch Joe Flacco. Hey, I don't care what the route is or what the play is. Throw it to number one.
Yeah.
He'll make a play for you. Maybe Jake Browning figured that out.
All right, so let's have this discussion then, because I'm looking at this now. Joe Flacco was limited today.
Yeah.
So it's typically a sign, not always, but typically a sign that the player will play.
Yeah,
If
Lamar was limited last week,
and so was Penix.
They jumped out of there at the last second.
Neither played. But I'm just saying, typically.
Yeah.
If you practice in some capacity.
That designation is kind of sneaky or tricky because you can be limited in like the portion where the media is watching 5-10 minutes, and you could have just gone through warm-ups. And they say, oh, he's limited in practice. When in actuality, he didn't do nothing. Like, he can't throw the ball more than 10 to 15 yards. Like, he's not trying to. It's warm-ups. It's, individuals, which is like quarterback plays where you're working on individual things through your quarterback. So, if they said he's injured and I don't think he's going to play.
If he does start, anybody taking the Bengals?
No.
Okay.
I might be a last-minute decision.
I'm not. I'm gonna stick with the Bears.
You watched the Bears last week and they didn't, with conviction, say you're going to stay there?
Can I one-up you? The Bengals lost to the Jets with Joe Flacco.
Well, that was defense.
Yeah, he got hurt, though.
That was a defense.
Defense playing on Sunday?
Yeah, but they ain't playing Justin Fields now. Come on. Come on, man.
Justin Fields' former team.
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay.
You've seen Justin out there.
I'm going to stick with the Bears.
Yeah,
everybody's taking the Lions over Marsh's Vikings, even with the return of J.J. McCarthy?
Yep.
Okay.
You and me, Marshy, let's go, baby.
Sure.
You got your Vikings.
I'll cut you a deal.
All right, let's hear it.
We'll cut the spread in half. We'll make it the spread 5.
Okay.
So the Lions got to win by 6 or more.
The spread 10?
Spread's 9.5 right now.
Wow,
win up.
Let's go 5.5.
Okay, 5.5.
Then we have a winner, Jamie, because if the Lions win by 5,
care.
You're looking at me.
I don't care. You know what? You're off the table. Marshy, blame him.
He was looking for a reason for that.
So, well, let's break this down real quick, because if the Lions if the Vikings cover the spread of now 5.5 is what we're putting it at.
I would lose the bet.
But are you wearing Viking stuff if the Lions still win?
It's part of the bet. This is what you wanted, some kind of a
I understand.
So I'm giving you the alternate spread.
I just want to feel I'd feel weird if you were wearing...
you lost?
Because I still lost, you know?
Okay. Then don't have a point spread.
Then it's your choice.
It's your choice.
Just
It's
go
your
ahead.
choice. Spread or straight up.
If I win the spread, we show up to work the next day, normal clothes.
Okay.
If the Vikings win outright, then yes, you have to. So this is actually benefiting you, and it's benefiting me in some sort.
So you're basically taking it as like it's at least I don't have to wear whatever Jamie's planning for you if they cover.
I would actually,
I get that.
With that being said, I would actually go with the actual spread of the game then, if that is the case. Where if the Vikings cover, you don't have to wear anything if they lose outright. But if they don't cover, and obviously they lose, then I will...
Yeah, but if they lose by 7, not 9.5.
Then we show up to work the next day.
Yeah, no.
But that's the spread, though. The spread is 9.5 right now.
Marshy, I feel like I've been a really nice person here. I'm going 5.5 on the spread.
I'm being a nice person.
No, not really.
We'll make them wear it even if you lose.
I don't
even
care.
if
I
it's
know, that
5.5.
feels weird. Not me.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Take it.
5.5, you have to wear Viking stuff.
Anything
And if they
greater,
don't-
it's Lions. There you go.
And if the Vikings win, you have to paint your face blue.
Paint it blue? No, that's adding on. Nobody's ever done that yet.
Well, we got a new deal on the table.
I'm throwing it out there.
I mean,
this
you can
team
make
should
him
not
paint his
win.
face.
You guys have been making fun of me and my team all week.
You can make him paint his face blue.
If they win by more than 9.5, you got to paint.
So
your face
now it's
blue.
9.5. Are we sticking with 5.5?
I'm being nice to you.
We're just workshopping this right
But
now.
you keep trying to capsize the deal.
I'm just throwing
being
it out
nice.
there.
Okay, 5.5. If they beat them by 5.5 or by 6, you have to paint your face blue. I was going
I'm out
to.
on the face paint now.
Okay. I tried, Anthony. I tried.
I think you pushed it too much when you do
Well,
in the
no,
face
I mean,
paint.
if the Vikings win this game, you should be embarrassed. So,
Yeah, but the embarrassment is
won't
wearing
be.
the Vikings hat
I won't be.
or helmet
I don't
for
even care.
however long.
we'll do the 5.5.
Yeah.
If the Vikings cover, you don't have to wear the helmet. You can wear a T-shirt.
Okay.
How's that? If they win, you wear the helmet.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Marshy.
All show.
Marshy.
What time you got?
What?
Make them put the damn helmet on even if you lose.
No.
As long as you cover.
No.
And if the Lions win by 6
or more,
you
have whatever
my
you
choice.
have.
Listen.
Dealer's choice.
Pride
Not the face paint, though.
is a terrible thing.
Carey, I'm a rational person. I'm not going to make him wear the helmet if my team still loses, though.
The hell with Jamie. Why do you care if he has a damn helmet on?
It's just in principle.
He's a nice guy, Carey.
He's still
That's
nice.
your problem.
I thought we turned the corner on the niceness, man.
No.
I need the spiteful.
You guys have been trying to
Marcy back.
unlock it all week. I'm not.
we have.
I'm not trying to.
I think
I'm done talking about
it. I think it was
it.
unlocked, brother.
I'm done talking about it.
All right, I got the
So
Packers.
quit asking.
I got the Packers over the Panthers, as I'm sure everybody else does.
Yes.
All right, next interesting one: Broncos and Texans. I've got the Broncos in this one. C.J. Stroud wasn't pressured.
Fool.
Thank you. C.J. Stroud wasn't.
Fool.
It's fine.
The way you reacted, I thought he went boom.
No,
You're like fully like,
thank you.
I love that guy.
Whatever.
Holy crap.
C.J. Stroud wasn't pressured at all against San Francisco. He will be pressured against Denver. So I got the Broncos in this one. Jamie?
Yep, Broncos.
You called me a fool, so I'm assuming
Man,
you're on the Texans.
I might be the fool, but I am going to Texans.
One of us will be.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's a pick'em game. I think it's
It
right
is.
there.
It's only one.
So and in those situations, I generally like to go with the home team. The Houston Texans looked terrible a couple of weeks ago. Was it the 49ers?
Seahawks.
Seattle. Oh
They
my
beat the
God!
Niners last week.
It was the worst performance I think I've seen from an offensive line and running back group.
It's terrible.
Maybe in ever.
Yeah.
Like it was that bad. I ain't never seen anything where you just got guys running free into the backfield. Linemen putting their heads down, not blocking people, not picking up blitzes. Like C.J. Stroud had no chance. But then they bounced back and beat the San Francisco 49ers the week after. So maybe they corrected some things from the prior week and they're at home. I don't know who the Broncos are. Like, you give up a whole lot of points to a Giants team, and then you blow the doors off the Cowboys the following week. Now, both of them you won, but you had to climb and claw and scratch and claw back into that Giants game a couple of weeks ago.
Resilient bunch.
Maybe.
They're like the Blue Jays.
Possibly.
Marsh?
I can't take Houston. I don't know if I'll ever pick them again after what they did.
That was tough.
I don't blame you.
Island.
I got shot for it.
You did.
Right in the buttocks.
Yes, sir.
Something jumped up and bit me.
We all on the Patriots, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Niners, Giants.
I got the Niners in this one.
So do I.
Niners.
Yep.
What's up?
Just at some point, man, take your team, man. Believe in your guys.
I did last week. How'd that turn out? I did.
That was bad.
Kirky football even started that game, and I took him.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was probably.
So you keep telling me I need to believe. You keep telling me I need to believe. I got to support. I did last week, and that's what they did to me. They took me behind the woodshed. They stripped me of my innocence, my virtue. Left me there.
Talking football?
Half dead.
we still
That's what they did.
I don't know.
Patriots all the way. I got the Niners.
Okay.
So, Anthony, actually, the Falcons have done a good job at limiting their secondary. Has done a pretty good job all season long.
He's going.
Limiting passing yards from quarterbacks. Let's say that's the case against New England. Does New England have the running attack to beat the Falcons if Drake May is limited on Sunday?
I appreciate your.
I'm not saying that they're going to.
I appreciate your angle on this.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
The bigger issue is on the other side of the ball, where they've got an offensive coordinator in Zach Robinson who has 3 plays: Bijan right, Bijan left, and a screen pass to Kyle Pitts.
Who's the last offensive coordinator you liked? Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah.
Because after that, Artie the Party was the head coach, and he was calling the plays, wasn't he?
Sark did a good job.
When was he there?
He was there the season after Kyle Shanahan, and then they fired him for no reason. Like, Sark did a pretty good job with that offense.
You're not a fan of offensive coordinators in Atlanta.
That was the last time they went to the playoffs. So they lost the Super Bowl. They got to the playoffs the following year. They're at the 1-yard line against the Eagles, the Eagles team with Nick Foles that won it. They're on the 1-yard line with 30 seconds left and could not punch it in. And Sark got fired basically for that, and they haven't made the playoffs since. So, yeah, he's the last OC that I liked. Zach Robinson's a dope. He should be head coach of OK State, his alma mater. He'll do a nice job there, win 1 game a year. Give me the Colts over the Steelers. Sorry, Gary.
Yeah, I got the Colts over the Steelers, too.
Here we go. I'm going with the Colts, too.
Oh, wow. Really? Gary used to play for them. I respect that, too, but you're giving me crap.
I respect that.
Hey,
that's Kerry's former
I
team.
for the Colts as well.
I respect both things Kerry did.
All right. Boy, that's
I can listen.
You know what you did? You exercised a loophole, and I don't blame you for it.
Yep. I learned from the best. Thank you, Jamie.
There you go. All right.
You're welcome. Appreciate it. No, the Pittsburgh Steelers can't stop anybody.
And the Colts have the most efficient offense in the NFL.
They balling, man.
Ever.
All right, we all have the Chargers over the Titans. I'll say aye.
Aye.
Rams over the Saints. I'll say aye. All right, Jaguars, Raiders. I can't back the Raiders. I'm not a huge fan of the Jaguars, but I cannot take the Raiders.
Brock Bowers should be back. It
should.
Somebody's got to throw him the football, though.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Gino's there.
Geno Smith might be worse than Aiden O'Connell. This version of Geno Smith might be worse than Aiden O'Connell.
You hush your mouth, sir.
This version.
No chance.
Why do you go to Aiden O'Connell?
Because he's terrible, too. And he played for the Raiders.
You hush your mouth,
honestly, it's a perfect match.
It really, you're not
They won that game, by the way, where he threw for like 2 yards.
Against the Chiefs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Christmas Day?
They won that game. So you watch your face.
That's what I said. I'm saying Aiden O'Connell's better.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Chiefs, Bills. I got the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs as
This
well.
version. I know the Bills have had a lot of success in the regular
Buffalo.
season.
I'm going Bills.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, I can't blame you.
Because of the regular season thing.
It's not.
And then when they face off in the playoffs, they'll probably lose.
Yeah. Here we go. Kansas City. Who you got?
Chiefs.
Seahawks, Commanders. I got the Seahawks.
Yep.
And Cowboys over the Cardinals on Monday Night Football.
Cowboys.
Yeah. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. What does our Week 1 college football rankings look like? So the playoff rankings will come out next week. Who is in our initial top 12? Talk about it next on 101 ESPN.
Hey, it's Kerry Davis with great news. FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, is coming to Missouri. On December 1st, you will finally be able to bet on all of your favorite teams and all of your favorite sports. And with FanDuel, there's tons of ways to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team will win it all. Plus, with the live betting, you can even pick a player to score the next touchdown and the one after that. And maybe you're watching Thursday Night Football tonight and you want to take one of those anytime touchdowns to be Devon Achane of the Dolphins as they take on the Baltimore Ravens tonight on Thursday night. Lamar Jackson playing in his first game in a few weeks. Maybe he goes over in passing yards and can connect with Zay Flowers for a passing touchdown. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to download the app. That's FanDuel.com/Missouri. And you can do FanDuel. You can play your game. You must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a fast lane on 101 ESPN. So the college football rankings come out next week, the playoff rankings, first time. So we thought it might be fun to rank our own top 12 in college football.
This
So
should be easy.
Maybe we'll do this in a similar way to as we do the stack up in the NFL. I can't imagine that anybody as of right now would have Ohio State anywhere but number one. They play Penn State this weekend. They're a 20.5-point favorite. They should roll. So can we all agree that Ohio State is number one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Does everybody have Indiana too?
I do.
I can't
count me as the member of the Indiana University fan club.
Yep.
Watch those guys up front, up close and personal.
How'd it go for you guys?
Yeah, it was pretty bad, Anthony.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Jamie? Marsh?
The problem is that
they don't have any good wins.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
They got at least one.
They definitely do.
Could you make the argument?
Hold on.
Hang on.
You said they got at least one.
Yeah.
You know, I see what you did there. It's okay. Continue.
They do have at least one.
Said at least one.
Marshy, I think.
They had
I don't know if
2.
you're going to the same place as me.
Illinois
Marshy.
was 9th when they waxed.
Thank you.
I'm going to pose something real quick, but it requires us to go backwards.
Oh, boy.
Can we make a case that Indiana has a more impressive wins or win than Ohio State? I know Ohio State beat the number 1 team in the nation to start the year in the Texas Longhorns. That team is not good. Both teams have beat Illinois. The difference is Indiana took care of business against Oregon. Ohio State, who else have they beaten?
Who else has Ohio State beaten? Nobody.
Beat the 17th ranked.
They did go to Washington. I don't know how big of a win that was for you, but they did go to Washington and handle business.
If we're going to play this game, I'm going to go one more step, a little bit sideways here.
Okay.
Since those teams that we've talked about right now, so far the first 2, a couple of big-ish wins. What about a team that has beaten the 5th best team, 16th best team, 14th best team, and 11th best team,
Alabama.
all in a row?
Bama.
I know they have that black eye against Florida State, but since then they have had probably I haven't got, but the hardest schedule of any team that could qualify for this, and they've ran the table.
It's not a bad.
You do make a good argument
for number 2. I'm not. I still think Ohio State. They're number 1 right now. I wouldn't move them, but if you look at Bama's wins as opposed to Indiana's wins,
but what about their loss?
I understand that.
That's a.
But at what point does a win actually matter?
No, I think wins matter, but if you lose to it, I think losses. You
don't think one loss to a team that's unranked and 5 wins in a row against ranked
Florida State
teams?
is about to lose their head coach, and they were. No. Florida State is not a good football team, and that is a, in my opinion, that's a terrible loss. I get it. It's week 1. You really don't know who is who. People jumped on the Florida State bandwagon because they won a couple in a row, and then they just went straight down.
You think Iowa's a hell of a team?
Do I think Iowa? I think
They're
Iowa.
a hell of a defense.
They are a hell of a defense. And last week they put up
Indiana
like 30,
merely
40
beat
points.
them 20-15. So my point is
Indiana.
At Iowa.
Was it at Iowa?
Yeah.
I mean, at Iowa. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But my point is that Bama's their schedule has been a gauntlet, and they've beaten all of the best teams. I know they won for Florida State. I get it, but at some point, does beating good teams matter? Well, because it pisses me off. Because, at what point does beating good teams matter?
It matters. But Indiana's the second.
Good teams matter. Did I do it right?
You did. Yeah. Jamie, that had to piss you off.
State, their coach is going to get fired.
All right, we're writing in Indiana.
They shouldn't even be a football team anymore.
You could make the argument that Bama should be over A&M based on who A&M's played.
I'm not making any argument anymore.
Texas A&M went on the road.
Alabama sucks. They shouldn't even be. They should be banned from college football.
They went on the road and beat a bad LSU team.
They beat Notre Dame.
Who did?
In South Bend on a
Texas
Saturday
A&M.
night when they were like an 8-point dog.
Notre Dame is a 2-loss team.
Notre Dame shouldn't be in this.
Fine. You want to do Bama third? I'm fine with that. You want to do Bama
third.
3?
That's fine.
Fine. There you
No,
go.
that's fine. We'll have A&M there. It's a sleeper team.
We'll
And
do
what's
Bama.
Here's what we
his
should
face
do.
in the snake pit didn't
I
like him.
apologize to him.
Here's what we should do. We'll just rhyme off the 12 teams that are in there, and we won't
Ohio
have the
State
discussion.
1, Indiana 2, Bama 3, A&M 4. We all good with
why
that?
is Bama 4 and not Georgia or Oregon?
No, Bama's 3.
I'm sorry. Why is Texas
A&M is
A&M 4 and not Oregon?
Good question.
Because Oregon hasn't beaten anybody.
Or Georgia.
Oregon hasn't beaten anybody.
They beat Penn State when they were.
Penn State sucks, and we all know it.
They beat them.
Man lost his job.
He did. He damn sure did.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 5. You want Oregon here? You want Georgia here?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Oregon beat Georgia, didn't they?
No, Oregon hadn't played Georgia.
Georgia lost to Alabama.
You're right.
Georgia has wins against Tennessee, Tennessee, and Ole Miss. And yes, they could have lost both,
What
but they
a list
did not.
that is.
Okay, well, their loss was to Bama, who we have 3rd in the nation.
Yep.
Can we? I mean, I know we don't want to give them much love because of who they're playing, but what about Georgia Tech? You know, they're 8-0. You can only play who's on your schedule, and I would venture to say this. And I'm going to go out on a limb. They're going to give Georgia hell the final week of the season.
I can't put Georgia Tech ahead of Oregon or Georgia or Ole Miss.
I can't either.
Can't do it.
I won't.
Not in front of Ole Miss?
Can't do it, won't do it.
Can you put them in front of Vanderbilt?
Yeah. I can.
They are right now in the AP Top 25. But what does the committee, if we're the committee, what do we value? Do we value an ACC schedule or do we value an SEC schedule?
We don't value any other conference. This is not me speaking clearly. We don't value any other conference than the SEC. That's the only place where they play football.
I got Vanderbilt ahead of Georgia Tech.
I don't.
2 teams meet in a parking lot. I'll take Vandy.
I'll take Georgia Tech.
I take Georgia Tech.
Okay, fine. You know what? I hope Georgia Tech loses this week at NC State. And both of you
can show me here. What number are we at?
Nobody knows.
We're still at 5, and you're worried about Georgia Tech?
I brought Georgia Tech up. I brought Georgia Tech up.
Carey brought him up. Carey and Marsh brought him up.
I didn't bring him up.
I brought him up.
Ahead of Georgia and Oregon.
Ahead of.
Who do we want 5? Georgia or Oregon?
Georgia. I think these two are placed properly.
Georgia, Oregon at 6.
That's what I have.
Yes. Carey, you can't.
Sure.
Well, it's your Big 10.
I agree with Jamie.
It's your
Just
Big
run
10.
the damn list as it is.
Who's 7? I got Ole Miss.
Who you got 9? 8. Georgia Tech.
BYU.
No, hell no, you don't.
Or Vanderbilt.
That's a lie.
No, I do. I got Vandy. I got Vandy here.
What's wrong with Miami?
Miami lost to Louisville at home. Vanderbilt's 1 loss is to our number 3 team.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many losses does Georgia Tech have?
0.
Have you seen Georgia Tech's schedule?
I'm just asking how many.
They played Gardner Webb.
I'm just
I didn't know Gardner Webb had a football program.
How many times they
Sounds
lost?
like a football player.
They beat number 12 Clemson.
I mean,
Don't you dare.
Alabama beat UL Monroe.
Don't you dare. Alabama has tons of wins against top teams.
University of Louisiana Monroe.
Georgia Tech, Colorado, Gardner Webb,
Austin
Clemson, Temple, Wake Forest, Vodtech, Duke, and Syracuse. That is as light of a schedule.
Georgia got Marshall and Austin P on their schedule, and they were
Ole Miss,
fourth quarter
Tennessee
versus Austin
beat
P. Austin P had a chance. Just
you
saying.
know that school that T-Bone is covering tonight? They're on Georgia Tech's schedule. The medical institution of
housing and
therapist. That's on Georgia. That team's on Georgia Tech's schedule.
Come on, man. You can only play
This is
people
ridiculous.
on your schedule.
This is ridiculous. Give me Vandy at 8.
No.
I agree.
Are we kidding?
Georgia Tech is better than Vandy.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Oh my.
Just give him Vandy, so he's just whatever.
No, you don't have to give me Vandy. We, as a group, Marsh and I were on Vandy. Okay?
Yeah. Well, we are not.
Well, you guys can't come to the same conclusion.
He said Georgia Tech.
I said Georgia Tech.
All right, we'll give it to him, Anthony.
All right, fine.
They're ranked higher.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, they want to stick to the. Carey just said it. He wants to stick to the order.
know, you might as well.
All right, fine. Vandy 9.
BYU.
Sure.
Yep. Miami at 10.
Texas Tech. Actually, Texas Tech is better than BYU. Texas Tech at 10.
Yes. I like that.
Then BYU. Then we need a group of 5. I say Central Michigan.
Well, it's got to be Memphis.
Oh, okay.
They're the highest ranked.
Fine. Memphis.
Hey, guys, that was
you're
easy.
almost there.
That was easy.
So who's out? Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Notre Dame, Miami's out.
You guys kicked
They're
them guys
frauds.
right in
They're
the teeth.
frauds.
We have to. We have to have a group of 5.
They lost to Miami.
kicked them right in the teeth?
Done.
We have to have a group of 5.
Wow.
We don't have one. So unless you want Notre Dame to replace BYU,
I mean,
BYU's unbeaten.
oh, well, who are they playing? Portland State?
No, well, they did, yes. And they won 69-0.
I knew something. I knew it was coming.
Hey, you get the FCS out of your mouth.
They beat Utah and they beat Marsh's Iowa State program. Okay. A fine program.
Iowa State's struggling.
Iowa State's played too many games. Those poor kids. Had to go to Dublin.
Man.
They're still playing. I don't think they've had a break. All right. That was a good
good exercise.
Good exercise there. Yep. All right. Well, we'll see what the committee does.
We know nothing.
No. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Let's get into the Blues matchup tonight against the Canucks. Plus, we'll do the Light the Lamp game here on 101 ESPN. Imagine getting paid for your NFL hunches. That's what Underdog wants to do. Football season's in full swing. Underdog's the best place to get in on all the action, and you can select entries right now here in our state of Missouri and win money all season long. You got the Ravens-Dolphins matchup tonight. I think Derrick Henry gets in the end zone. Give me higher than 0.5 rush and receiving touchdowns for Derrick Henry. So, again, all he has to do is find pay dirt, and that one is paid off. Jalen Waddle, higher than 65.5 receiving yards. There's a couple plays I like tonight. You could do your own. All you have to do is choose whether or not certain players will go higher or lower on their stats, rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, even fantasy points they have at Underdog. You get your entries right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You could play for as little as $1, in fact. Download the app today. Sign up with my promo code Anthony to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. Again, just use my promo code, just my first name, Anthony, at Underdog, where you can make plays and win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org.
.101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Tonight we have Blues hockey as they take on the Vancouver Canucks. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. If you missed anything from today's show, including our interview with voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews in all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Is tonight a must-win for the Blues? Well, we're hoping they pick up a victory, of course, against the Vancouver Canucks. We'll talk about the Blues next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Well, as Andrew Marsh has told you in the Sports Center update, Blues Canucks tonight, pregame at 6 o'clock, puck drop at 7, right here on 101 ESPN. Jamie, talk to us first about the line combinations, the defensive pairings. Do you see anything in what the Blues are going to do tonight that tells us about maybe give us some insights on what Jim Montgomery's thinking?
Well, obviously, you got to change. You got to start changing the outcomes here. Losing games the way you have, not great. And you've lost a couple of players, too. Thomas, Neighbors, huge part of your lineup. They're missing, so you have to strategically fill the roster out the way you think can be productive. Their top line, as it's listed, we'll see who plays how many minutes and things like that, but is Buchnevich, Schenn, and Snuggerud. I think it's obvious here. He's looking for Buch and Schenn to kind of manage the line and looking for youthful Snuggerud to continue to generate offense. More of a shooter on that line. Get him the puck and see what he can do. Holloway, Suter, Sundqvist, a couple of safe defensive players in Suter and Sundqvist. Holloway looking to ignite him somehow, some way, looking to get him going. The call-up, Dalibor Dvorsky playing in between Kyrou and Joseph, and Monty said it himself earlier today, wants a dynamic, speedy winger for him in Kyrou. And then a worker bee, reliable player on the wing was Matthew Joseph. Then Bukestad, Walker, and Torchenko, their job pretty clear. Be that good, solid fourth-line checking group that can play out there in tough situations. Broberg, Parayko, going back to those two big boys on the blue line, Fowler and Justin Falk listed as pairs. And then Tyler Tucker and Logan Mailloux with Jordan Binnington in net. So I think Monty's just trying to create a balanced lineup for this game. I don't think what we're reading will stay that way. I think there will be some movement. I think you'll get a Holloway, Dvorsky, Kyrou look. I think you'll get a couple of things moving around on the blue line. I don't think you'll see a lot of Tucker, Mailloux playing together. I think you'll see that kind of be Fowler, Mailloux, Broberg, Mailloux, Tucker, Parayko, Tucker, Falk, and then at times Tucker, Mailloux as well. Look, the Blues need a spark here. They need something to get them going. You've played your first 10 games. It hasn't been exactly, I shouldn't say it hasn't been the way you wanted, period. Not even close, for that matter. And
not good enough.
They worked on their defensive zone coverage today. Monty talking about how they're wanting to change that just a little bit, just a little more patience in certain areas when it comes to defending their zone. Power play is going to be interesting. Got a couple of different looks on the power play. The first unit, or at least what it looks to be the first unit, is Buch, net front, Kyrou, Holloway in the bumper, Schenn on the half full, Falk up top. I've been waiting for them desperately to put Holloway in that bumper spot. To me, he's a much more effective player in that area than Pavel Buchnevich is. Not that Buch can't handle the job, but Holloway's got a great little one-timer, whereas Buch doesn't have a fantastic one-timer. Second unit, Oscar Sundqvist in front of the net. Snuggie, Suter, Dvorsky in that one-timer spot for him with Fowler. So we'll see what kind of chemistry Fowler and Dvorsky can generate there. And we'll see if the young man rips that shot like Monty wants to from that spot on the half wall.
All right, speaking of Monty, here's Monty from Morning Skate on what he's seeing from Vancouver.
a team that is playing really good right now, in the sense that they're connected, 5 guys, 5-on-5 in all 3 zones from everything I've seen. They defend the middle of the ice really well, and they're using the back of the net really well offensively.
There you go.
And they got some talented players. They're dealing with injuries too. But they have a couple of really high-end guys in Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson. If you're not careful, those guys can put up numbers on you.
All right, let's light the lamp.
But a couple of guys can really shoot the puck.
Shoot!
I must confess you scored first.
Well, who was the first person?
Breakaway! Shoots! Score! We got hockey to learn.
All right, Marsh.
Carey Davis, 6 points.
Wow.
Jamie Rivers, 4.
Yeah, Carey.
I have 3. Anthony, you have 1.
Ouch.
I already know who Marshy's picking.
Give me Dalibor Dvorsky with a pass.
Oh, not anymore.
Wow.
Jordan Cairo.
Oh.
With a what?
Pass.
Oh, wow. Okay, you fooled us.
You got me. You got me.
I know.
You can't be fooled again.
Can't get fooled again. Fool me once.
Who's next?
You are.
Dylan Holloway.
That's where I was going. I was thinking.
No, you weren't.
I was. You talked about him being in that.
I just
bumper
meant you weren't
spot.
thinking.
Oh, well,
Dang.
I mean, depending on what we're talking about, yeah. I prefer to react than think, you know.
Yeah, it's a great way to do it, Kerry.
Yeah, let's go about life that way.
Get some people in trouble before.
I'm going to go Jimmy Snuggerud tonight.
Oh, teach me how to snuggie.
Anthony?
Who should I go with, guys?
Let's
Who
go,
should
Bitter.
I go with? Nah, it's a little early to be using the goalie. Why don't we go with, who'd you guys take?
Jordan Cairo.
Snuggie and Holloway? All right. Give me Dalibor Dvorsky.
Yeah, there it is.
Let's do it.
Job.
Marshy is going to kick himself for not taking him. Marshy's a storyline guy, and Dvorsky's is going to get 2 tonight.
Ooh.
No, my storyline is the focus is on the young player in Dvorsky. But the other young player, Jimmy Snuggerud, who's also a rookie, is actually the one who's going to score tonight.
I don't know if it's
that's not a story.
If it's as great of a story as Dalibor Dvorsky.
It's a story, Anthony. Okay, it might not be a New York's best time seller by any means.
Hattie.
A hat trick.
Yeah.
So now he has to get a hat trick or you're screwed, right? Because you just called it.
Mm-hmm.
the
Doesn't get any
bylaws.
points.
If he calls a hat trick, he has to score 3.
And I almost said it, too. I almost said, something else, but I forgot that rule.
It's actually in the bylaws. If Dalibor Dvorsky gets a hat trick on October 30th, game's over. I win.
All right. Yeah.
That was 2024, though.
No. Let's make this interesting. If he scores a hat trick tonight, we'll never play this game again because Anthony wins.
And if he doesn't, Anthony is out.
Forever.
If he doesn't get a hat trick, you're done. Mm-hmm. You don't even get to play
You
anymore.
lose every month, and you get
every
shot.
month. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No deal. We'll play the game how we have been playing it. Wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN.
Getting exciting here in the state of Missouri. Why is that? Because Circus Sports will be here December 1st. Going to be awesome. But until then, you can always download Circus Sports Illinois. It's available on Circus Sports website or in the App Store. It is the world's largest sports book right there in the palm of your hand. I use it every day. It's awesome. It's got player props. It's got the parlays that you can put together. It's got tight money line splits. It's got great lines on futures bets. So if you think your Blues are going to make a roaring comeback and win the Stanley Cup, they've got unbelievable odds. In fact, the best odds available of any app out there right there on the Circus Sports Illinois app. Best odds equals bigger payouts. They got high betting limits, too, for those who want to get a little adventurous. One thing I can tell you, though, is it's so much fun to use this app. So please don't miss out on any of the action. Download and bet like a pro with your Circus Sports Illinois app. Circus Sports got a lot of amazing things going on. And again, coming to Missouri in the month of December, so you want to get ahead of that one as well. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or check out the Dobbs Tire Notice Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Time to find what everybody learned. Marsh, why don't we start with you today?
Oh, what did I learn today?
Yeah, what did you learn
I learned
today?
a new song today.
Did you?
I did.
Go, baby.
Yeah, I did. Okay, Blue Jays.
Yeah, you did.
You should do. Yeah. Play it tomorrow for Carey.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Why don't we play it Monday when they win the World Series and we come back?
Snap.
Play it Monday.
Yeah, play it Monday.
If they win, that's funny.
Play it Monday. What? Why you guys looking at me crazy?
Yeah, there's something.
I'm here.
And
Play
you know
it
what,
Monday.
Carey?
Play it Monday.
Well, it's going to be tough to play it because the Dodgers are going to win the next two.
Play
Exactly.
it Monday.
Exactly.
Nah, you already said it.
Well, Marsh
when
did,
they
but
win
Marsh-
it all,
Marsh
play it
didn't
on
mean it.
Monday.
Yeah, Marshy
That's
doesn't-
what he said.
Marshy's
Nah, he said when they play it on Monday after they win it all. It's out there now. Play it Monday.
Yeah, I'm not really a Blue Jays fan, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't count. Marshy, correct.
I'm just a fan of whatever team
You
is
know what they
playing
call
the
what
Dodgers.
Carey's doing? Reaching for straws.
Mm-hmm.
He's scared.
Grasping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Canada, it's reaching.
It's reaching.
Yeah, I learned that Canada does a lot of things similar as in the United States. Some holidays.
Some win baseball games.
Days of the week are the same.
Cable, electricity.
Cable, lights, plumbing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Right?
oh, yeah, we got that too. I mean, it's just recent, but we've got that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jamie, what'd you learn?
I learned that Carey knows very little about Canada.
Yeah.
Very little. Very little.
I know British Columbia is west.
He knows that, and he knows where Toronto is because he's been there.
There you go.
Although he doesn't really know where Toronto is, he's
I
just
know it's right above,
been to
or
Toronto.
right next to Michigan, Detroit. Stone's throw away. Literally.
Probably like a 4-hour drive.
Stone's throw away.
You can really throw the hell out of a stone.
You
then,
ain't
can't
seen
you?
my arm, have you?
Okay.
What I learned is that Carey and Jamie both believe that Georgia Tech is the greatest team in college football right now.
Mm-hmm. No, I think Bama is right now. But you guys didn't like, they got a bad loss. But they got great wins.
I think Bama is right now.
But they lost to Florida State. They're barely a football team.
Every time
Boy, if this is how it goes in the committee, wow.
Oh, we need some cameras in there.
No kidding.
Coming from the diplomat.
I know, right?
Well, if this is the way they do it in the committee.
Honestly, I'll take that voice over the one you normally use for me. Marsh, what else you got?
I got our 3 stars
You
of the
didn't
day.
tell us what you learned.
Yeah.
I did. That's you and Jamie.
I'll tell you something I learned today, real quick
Oh,
here.
listen.
I learned that these guys have the memory of a goldfish.
Huh?
Man. We learned, considering one of the breaks was very interesting. Carey goes, what did we just do? Jamie goes,
said,
sports 6-pack.
Duh.
I didn't say duh, but I did look at
Bet
you
the
like
board.
that.
I said it was bet the board, guys. Go ahead, Marsh.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
3rd star of the day goes out to the school that T-Bone is covering today.
Yeah, medical institution.
Yes.
Something or other.
The pharmacies.
Yeah.
He got it, though.
2nd star goes out to the song
They're playing the
OK
Saints.
Blue Jays.
Yeah. Okay.
Blue Jay.
Blue Jays.
And everybody will be celebrating it tomorrow. 1st star Canadian Halloween.
Yeah.
All right, the
Much
Canadian.
different than U.S. Halloween.
Oh, sure.
Learn something new every day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for us. Blues Canucks pregame coming up right now for Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. See you.